right. I'm Amontiel. This is Roll for Severity. We are currently short 2 people. Jamie will not be joining us. Actually, what the heck? We are on the wrong thing. One moment. It's still showing the Halloween setup. God damn it. You are not Crystal, and you are not a paladin. Apparently did not want to switch my nameplates over. Mother trucker. Okay, one moment. Actually, not fudge it. We'll fix it once the intros go up. But yeah, we're short. Jamie, she's not going to be attending today. She has other family obligations. Mel will be joining with us. She will be here in probably about half an hour-ish. And then she'll be joining in as wherever we are. We've got a few things to go before we roll the intros. One, if you want to watch or rewatch any of our previous episodes, we have those available for subscribers here on Twitch immediately after the episode is aired. Those are subscriber only. And then a week afterwards, we upload them to YouTube. You can find our YouTube channel, which is Roll for Severity, either by searching Roll for Severity on YouTube or down below in the links below. I'm Almost Skiggle. I'm the DM for this campaign. It has been a train wreck. Last time it's like, okay, we might have the party trying to kill each other. Great. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. That's how D&D goes.
No one died yet.
Yet. Not for lack of trying.
We're not trying to die. We're trying to save an innocent being.
But this is a homebrew D&D campaign. We definitely homebrew a lot of stuff. We don't really abide by a lot of the rules as written. This is just how we go with it. Also, each month we donate a portion of all income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. This includes from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, sales from our store. This month, our charity is YES, Youth Empowerment and Social Services, an Edmonton-based organization that provides low-barrier shelters, temporary housing, individualized support for youth ages 15 to 14. You can check out the website yes.org, that's YESS.org, or on Twitter at yesorg. Also, speaking of the store, the RFS store is up on tpublic.com/user/roll-for-severity, or you can click the link down below the stream. We have art for our players, as well as group photo, and more will be added to the store as the campaign progresses, and more shenanigans spring forth. If you do enjoy the amazing artwork that we do have for our cast of characters, check out Comics Inc. on her Facebook or on Twitter at Comics Inc. and it's INK. Now, without further ado, let's roll the character intros, providing a little bit of insights to who is who, after which we will get underway with session 6.
Boop. I was hoping you would be character intros.
Uh-oh. Why isn't that rolling? Ah! God green, god damn it.
Huh?
There we go.
What? Yes, Beanard, I'm doing it now. Yes, I know. I'll tell them. Hi, I'm Annah, and I'm super pleased to meet you. And so is Beanard. We love making new friends. Please, tell us more about yourself. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to be talking about me. I was raised by my parents, along with my brother, in the Antarac Mountains. My mom worked as a pest control caravan guard, and my dad was as sweet as honey beekeeper. Match made in heaven, am I right? It was from my dad that I got my love of nature and an affinity for all things small and crawly and buzzy and stingy and poisonous. He taught me how to harness my innate magical bug abilities. Let's see, what did I get from my mom? Oh, I know. And from my mom, I got a pointy knife once. I learned the hard way which end is the sharp one. And that's why I carry a staff now. No confusion. Shh, yes, Beanard, I'm getting to that. Now, I want to tell you about how I met my best friend in the whole wide world, Beanard. Years ago, my dad had tried to make a hardier breed of honeybee with a longer lifespan by mixing their makeup with a dire wasp. The queen died, but not before giving birth to one special batch. I watched over her eggs for days, patiently awaiting for my new friends to grow. Then one day, there was movement in the egg cell from just one egg. The determined larva wriggled and sprang forth, but it wasn't a larva at all. It was a fat, fuzzy bee with a hell of a business end that would have made my mom proud. And then that bee used it. Over and over, stabbing all of its brethren's eggs until only it remained. And then it flew on top of my head and stayed there for 4 days straight. I had just become his best friend and confidant. He loved me so much. Dad says he held me hostage, but I know better. Isn't that right, Beanard? Some people might brush me off because they think I'm small, weak, or weird. That's fine by me. Go ahead. Underestimate the Verdan with a song in her heart and spiders in her pockets. I know firsthand that sometimes it's the small things in life that pack a punch.
At first glance, one might not expect much from me. Dark robes and a deep hood hiding my pale hair and elven features. Once a member of the Sormesh Academy, I, Theioryn, along with my friend Kovar, spent much of our days living the academic life under the tutelage of Master Lorig. Our purpose was to study the Cataclysm and to identify dangers of the magics brought with it. We were young and curious, many times Morg having to reel in our determination to keep us from harming ourselves. I did my best to heed her warnings. Kovar, however, always laughed and brushed them off. Those days were peaceful, but then everything changed. It was supposed to be like any other expedition to the Deshkish Forest. Gather samples, take readings, and return to evaluate the data. This time, however, disaster found us. Kovar, being brazen once again, came into contact with Amos, the White Lion. An entity of unknown origin, the being merged with Kovar, and he immediately fell to its influence. Emanating with strength, their joined gaze turned upon our group. I watched helplessly as my master and colleagues were slain. Kovar's new powers granted by the lion were terrifying. The reality of this nightmare truly settled in when they turned their attention towards me, sending me into the river below. As I drifted to the water, wounded and dying, my hatred began to burn at what Kovar had done and my own inability to stop it. Why had he not heeded our master's warning? Had it used him? Or was this Kovar all along? Slowly these thoughts quieted, and the fear of my coming death began to rise. And then Riem intervened. Appearing as a black unicorn burning in chains, she pulled me to her domain. She offered to join her power with mine, and spare me of my dismal fate. The only thing she asked was for to hunt down and destroy the White Lion Amos. I thought of my master's face as she died at the hands of her own student. Her teachings and warnings filtered through my brain, but my hatred had begun to burn again. When given the chance, how could I refuse?
Greetings, the name is Zugink. Do not worry about hiding your confusion. I have become quite accustomed to the inquiry of how a bugbear is so finely dressed and mannered. I deeply regret that I cannot start from the beginning, as I cannot recall most of my childhood. I do know that fate led me to Ithamir. My initial impressions of the city were adequate for my conditions at the time. My atrocious manners definitively devastated any connections I attempted. I was able to acquire odd jobs around town. Strength is always needed somewhere. During one of these jobs, Captain Darmir happened to see one of my displays of strength and approached me about joining the city guard. In retrospect, I did not realize the opportunity for what it was. I merely accepted it as just another job. Though my fellow guards and Captain Darmir's superiors were hesitant to accept my presence, my strength and loyalty earned me respect. Captain Darmir made sure I quickly became well acquainted with proper manners, as I was working with noble merchants on the docks. After many years, my squadron became my family, and I was accepted fully in their minds and hearts. Fate had been kind to me for quite some time, but fate can be a fickle thing. My shift had barely begun when chaos broke out on the docks. I still do not know what started it. We quickly tried to bring order. However, we were not prepared to deal with a sorcerer who could not control their magic. We had seen wild magic before, but I cannot find the courage to go into detail. My legs were broken. One of my trusted friends pulled me away from the chaos. His last words were, "Everything will be okay. You're not allowed to die on us," before he ran back into the fray. I was the only member of my squadron to make it out alive. It took some time for my wounds to recover, though after that day I could not bear to stay on the docks where my family died. I wrote up an official resignation, which my superiors were saddened to receive, but allowed my leave regardless. Now I journey to find a new purpose, and if fate wills it, a new family.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy. One day, this little boy lost his family and was saved by some Fae folk. He spent his childhood in the Fae, becoming familiar with all the creatures within. Unfortunately, humans aren't supposed to stay in the Fae for a long time, because reasons. When that boy became a much bigger boy, he was forced to return to his world. His Fae home behind him, he searches for a place he belongs. By the way, that boy is me. Hi, I'm Kay, the Fae boy.
Alrighty. So, a recap for last time, and we have now been joined by Mel. I fixed the nameplates. They're not all up. They're not all Halloween again. Crystal, you have a lot more facial hair than you did last time. So, Anna's village had been destroyed. The menagerie of travelers had agreed to help her investigate. The party had gone to Amanadal first, at which point they picked up a tag-along, an awkward child of a man, Kay, who's been assisting in their search. They followed possible leads, the most prominent of which was a medallion with a flaming hammer engraved on it. The group verified that it was of dwarven origin, and may have, at one time, been used by a dwarven war party in the Nullic Wars. The group began their venture to Stoneforge, a major dwarven city, and began traveling into the Antrak Mountains. One evening, as a particularly nasty storm was rolling in, the group took shelter in a cave with a trio of half-orc hunters, Karang, Gaz, and Breck. These hunters had captured a rare creature, a dryad, a being of the Fey Wilds, where Kay had also been for quite some time. Attempting to convince the hunters to release her briefly resulted in combat, during which forceful negotiations from Theioryn and some very convincing acting on Kay's part, the party managed to halt the combat, purchase the dryad, and then were promptly kicked out of the cave. They returned her to a tree, allowing her to leave the material plane and return to the Feywilds, and the party has continued their venture onward towards Stoneforge. Annah, a bit more apprehensive that murder is on the table. Theioryn, a bit more frustrated that why was stabbing people their first reaction? Zugink, why didn't they let me stab them? And Kay, I don't know what's going on here. So you guys had spent the night on the cliff ledge and had managed to get a good night's sleep. And it is now early morning. As the sun is just starting to come up, it's still hidden on the other side of the mountain, so it's still fairly brisk morning at this point. Is anyone doing anything in particular this morning?
Yeah, I think so. When Theioryn wakes up, he's gonna, or not wakes up, but comes out of his meditative trance, is gonna beeline it to Kay, just out of curiosity as to how the spreading's going. Do we need some shaving? That old song and dance.
I'm probably still asleep because it's Theo, and Theo's gonna be like, aha! Theo's not gonna be super impressed at all. Oh my god.
Yeah, at this point the corruption is currently spread up, not quite to your elbow. It's about there. Yeah, and so the spines have been protruding and growing as time goes on. Over the course, you had succeeded your con save the last time.
Didn't grow less.
So they didn't spread. They grew lengthwise, but they didn't spread further up your arm.
Oh right, I made the deal with Theo to let them grow, so I didn't have to shave them every day, just every other day.
Exactly.
And is it every other day?
It's the other.
It's the other day.
It's the other.
I haven't rolled to shave yet.
Yes, you did.
Here's the box of nice shaving. Here's the box of specifically designed and purchased shaving knives.
Oh, great.
That Kay purchased for this exact experience.
Did we decide to take them off at the elbow or shoulder?
We said elbow.
Which is making Kay paranoid.
Which is why Kay is terrified of Zugink at the moment. Because he said something sarcastically, and Zugink took it as gospel, and he's losing his shit.
Which is why Theioryn will do all the checks, we'll keep the peace.
Alrighty, so Theioryn, give me that sweet shaving.
I'm going to assume that was a
That's
dex
dex.
that you made them roll?
Yep, dex check.
All right. 13 to shave.
So you do manage to, without like trying to chop off Kay's arm, you do manage to shave a lot of those down, so they're no longer as prominent.
How slug worthy is the wound?
You
There
didn't.
isn't a wound.
Yeah, you didn't cut him this time.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you managed to shave Kay without like.
I didn't
That's,
damage for shaving.
I think this is like the second time you've not taken damage. For
Hey, I'm getting better. See what happens when you don't fight me on it?
At this point, I'm pretty sure I was just waking up.
Yeah, he wasn't conscious enough being back. You just like sat on his chest and shaving.
I just wasn't conscious enough to fight back. It was just a limp noodle, and you're just like, oh, look, it's so easy when you don't move.
Alrighty. So as the group is gathering up, it's still a bit chilly, but you gather your belongings and kind of climb back up that little ridge back onto the main path and carry on. The path you travel is continuing on upwards, and by late afternoon you find yourself looking upon patches of snow kind of sloughed off to the edge of the road. That icy sheen over the surface reflecting the sun.
Question.
Yes.
Does Kay know what snow is? Because in my brain, there isn't snow in the Fae. There's just a whole lot of fire. So I want to touch base on that question.
Very valid.
You've heard of snow. You have not seen snow, nor has Theioryn.
Oh.
Well then!
It gets worse. This journey.
So Kay is going to be like, what is this? And
When Kay asks what is this, I make a snowball and throw it at Kay.
Kate, roll me an attack.
What am I adding?
This is improvised weapon, so you don't get any proficiency. This is your
just
D20 plus strength.
D20 plus strength? Okay, that's a 10.
Against his AC.
you miss.
Hey, you whip this snowball and it just whisks past his head and just splatters across the rock.
Kay, noticing this had happened because the attack was meant on him, is going to try to replicate it back.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's just.
Yep, it's an improvised weapon.
Oh well, that's not gonna hit. That's just unfortunate.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Well, this wasn't a 1.
No, it wasn't a 1. Yeah.
As you're about to throw, you just slip and just face first in. Now, that being said, keep in mind, it is not winter right now. Have any of you actually been to the mountains, like higher up in the mountains during the summer?
Yes.
Where you get those big sheets of snow that just has that thick layer of ice over top? So you have to like pack in through the ice to get to the actual snow?
This is fine. That's the layer melted, then it froze over. It's
Repeatedly.
fine.
Every day.
I'm going to assume Theioryn, despite having never seen snow before, is aware of what snow is since they're a learned college.
Yeah, she knows what snow is. It's not like, what is this magical stuff? No, like she knows, or he knows what it is, but has never seen it himself.
Okay. Well, it's a bit grey and underwhelming. Let us continue. I don't know why you insist on playing in it. Pull up his hood and continue.
So as you're traveling further along, I'm guessing the two of you just actually is Anna partaking in the snowballing.
Oh no, Anna grew up in the mountains and is not as enchanted in snow stuff as other people. So, Anna's delighted by their antics, but is not joining in because it's cold.
Fair. So as you're traveling further along the road itself is more clearly and intentionally cut into the mountainside. On the right side of the road has that bit of a barricade has been erected to reduce the likelihood of someone falling over the ledge and cascading down the cliffs. And it is a long drop down off of the side of the mountain. And I'm going to get you to give me a perception check.
Not bad enough. But 7.
Okay, so Theioryn got a delightful 17, and Anna rolled a 1.
Our one counter has started incrementing.
Anna's first roll.
Anna's gonna have
9?
a fun day.
We're at the mountains. I see mountains. This is great.
So the three of you don't see anything, but Theioryn does note quite a ways up the cliff. There's several creatures that seem to be walking along this sheer cliff wall. Bodies just kind of pressed up against the rock as they bend their knees and just leap from ledge to ledge. And just landing on these narrow ridges that couldn't be more than maybe an inch wide as you see these goat-like creatures maneuvering along the...
Okay, well, Theioryn, having noticed this, will point it out to everyone else. And would Theioryn know? Can I do a check for Theioryn?
Give me a nature check.
Nature check. Mm-hmm. Oh, modified 20.
He definitely is aware of what goats are. This is, once again, the first time seeing mountain goats and just seeing the oddity of watching these things walk along a cliff wall, but...
Sorry, so the goat-like creature was goats.
Yes.
I'm picturing
goats.
tentacles and fangs.
They're mountain goats.
It's just goats licking the salt. It's fine.
Alright. They're quite sure-footed. Let's not do that, though. And, yeah. Could we cook them? Never mind, let's carry on.
Is Kay contemplating?
I don't know. Is Kay contemplating this? That does nothing for me, Dice.
Does the cliffside look climbable?
Kay is deeply contemplating this.
Did you
but
roll a 1?
No, I've rolled 2 10s in a row, and I'm like, give me something. Give me, below 10 or above 10. That's what I would like to know.
That's why the half point of the dice is 10 and lower, and anything above 10...
I don't care. One more time. Kay, it's an 8. He's thought about it. He's not gonna do it. Because that seems like it could cause problems. Regardless of if he succeeds or if he misses and hits a rock and does some horrible damage and causes a landslide, that could probably be bad.
Probably. Landslides probably usually aren't the greatest thing. What were you asking?
Does it look climbable?
Oh, no.
Oh, there's... also, they didn't listen to your instructions. Whatever. So the... Obviously, some things can climb on this. You can see the mountain
Does it
goats.
look like I could attempt to climb it?
Do the bugbears have climbing speed?
No.
No? Give me... Judging by what you're seeing, it would be an extremely hard climb. There's not a lot of, good grips on here.
So it's not even something I could realistically, attempt and see if I could...
Oh, you could attempt.
Well,
but it would not be easy.
But Zugink's sitting there going, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing. It's you could attempt it, but it would be hard as hell to actually.
It's not something that I could show off and get half as high as the goats and be like, haha.
Not with any kind of ease, no.
No, okay. Yeah,
It would not be an
going.
easy trek to get halfway to the goats.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going then.
Okay. So as you push along, you can see a bit of a tunnel bored through the mountain, and like it's carrying along the road. Like it's not like bored into the side. Like it's following along the roadway. And by this point, it's starting to get to be towards the evening. As you're entering this tunnel that's been bored through the mountain, you can see this kind of outcropping carved off to the left, further into the mountain, and kind of making like a makeshift rest stop. And you can see 3 dwarves currently hunkered down around a fire pit and drinking. And as you're looking at this, you note that all 3 dwarves look remarkably similar to each other. Their beards or they have trimmed short black hair atop their heads, really neatly kept beard that reaches their collarbone. They've got matching black shirts with blue coveralls, and as the party's like walking along, they look to you, and all 3 of them in perfect unison are just like, "Welcome one, welcome all. Sit and drink while the sun doth fall."
Okay, immediately goes drink a bit.
Theioryn is going to try to mom arm.
Dad arm.
I guess dad arm in this case. And just no. There, by the collar, yeah.
You got the collar?
The collar makes more sense for Kay.
Okay, so is Kay going to be trying to fight this, or like once?
Kay saw beer and is like, I'm excited about this notion, and is not paying attention to Theo whatsoever.
Okay, in that case, roll me athletics against each other.
Athletics. Theioryn whiffed it with a 1.
At incrementing to 1 counter. Got it.
Sorry, Jamie.
It's fine. It's a 7. It almost landed on a 1. And
I would
be like, oh no. But it continued.
You realize just that moment too late as Kay's already like long strides past, and you're like,
hi, I'd love some.
And they all look to you, and it's like, and they grab another tankard and plunk it down. One cracks open a ball, pours it in, and the one on the end picks it up, hands it to the next one, hands it to the next one, hands it up to you.
Thanks.
With what money are you procuring this beverage?
They offered.
We didn't charge.
What? This is not a tavern?
This is not a tavern. They
This
said,
is not a tavern.
well, come one, come all, drink. I'm gonna drink.
Wow. Alright.
So, hi, I'm Kay.
And the one in the middle looks to the one on the right. It's like, that's Grecold. And the one on the right looks to the one on the far left. It's like, that's Grenkall. And then the one on the left looks back to the one in the middle. It's like, that's Grobuk.
Greco, Grinkle, and Grobuk?
Grecold. Grakald.
Oh, I spelled that real wrong.
Grenkall. Grenkal. And Grobuk. Grobuk.
Close.
I'm not gonna remember any of their names.
That's fine. And is anyone else sitting and drinking with them, or is it just Kay?
I sit down and I go, may I ask, how long did it take to master the speaking at the same thing?
Thing time.
Time.
And they look at you, it's like... And once again, in unison, pretty sure we had our mother driven crazy by the time we were 10.
Brilliant. Can I have a drink?
And the one on the left pulls out a tankard, sets it down, one on the middle pulls it low, pours it, and other one grabs it and hands it off to you.
I cheers with Kay.
And they grab their tankards and reach up, and is Anna joining in?
Anna will like hop up and be really excited about these adorable dwarves.
She wants to learn a new phrase.
That she assumes are triplets, but doesn't actually know.
Is she asking?
Yeah, you know what? She'll ask me like, are you triplet brothers?
Aye.
What's it like being a triplet?
And they all just like slump their one elbow onto their one knee and just like. So you're just watching all things like in like perfect mimicry of each other, as well. Like, and then they look at you. I'm the well-behaved one.
Delightful.
And then Anna will say, I'll partake in drinks as well, please.
Once again, one of them grabs a tankard, slams it down, next one grabs the bottle, pours some booze in, last one grabs it, hands it off to you, and...
Is this your job?
We're entertainers.
You're doing a really good job entertaining.
Yeah, we're on route to Memphis, town just leading out of Gethra. There's the Boatcrest Festival coming up. So we're heading there a bit early to help watch the setup, and then we're performing down there.
Would Anna know about this festival, having lived in the mountains?
You know that, like, Kay would probably be the only who doesn't know the festival.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that's because
I was in the
you were in the
Fae.
Fae.
Yeah.
But the Boatcrest Festival is the Festival of the Sun.
Okay.
So it's essentially the what was my description for the Boatcrest Festival? One moment. Yeah, it's the Celebration of the Sun. It's the halfway point through the year.
Okay.
And so a lot of places usually have like festivals or carnivals and stuff like that.
Alright, so it's not like a new thing.
No, it's not a new thing by any means.
Alright.
So it's a holiday, and this the festival they're going to just happens to take place in Boatcrest?
No, Boatcrest is the name of the holiday.
Okay.
They're going to a city called Memphis.
I ain't never been to Memphis.
So the tunnel that we're in, can we see out at the other end, or is
Yep.
it dark and white? Okay.
Yeah, like it's not like a super long tunnel, maybe like 50, 60 feet long. But it's like the mountain portion comes out, so rather than chisel out this entire block, they just tunnel through.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
By this point, it's about mid-evening.
Is there anyone else in the tunnel with us?
Currently just the three dwarves.
Okay. Does this look like a spot that we could hunker down for the night and sleep?
Yes. Especially with the little outcropping that's carved deeper into the mountain. That's what it's designed for.
Oh, great.
Is for people to use it as a rest stop.
Well, I'm not a fan of the drinking. This does seem like as good a place as any to stay for the night.
Also-
Zugink, Kay, Anna.
I'll take first watch.
I also need the three of people who drank to give me con save.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
Okay, what was that con save?
I'm sorry, what?
Was that a 1?
I sure hope so. Should be more drunk than Anna.
Was that a 1? Okay, so we're up to 3 1s, and we are 34 minutes into the session.
Kay's mad.
Kay is completely verschnickered.
Anna got a 5.
Anna's also quite verschnickered.
17.
You feel that little bit of a buzz, and you're like, oh, this is pretty good. And then you look at the scrawny beanstalk and the short leg, and they're just off their kilter with it.
We're having fun.
Lots of fun.
Oh, this is gonna be a great night.
Are the dwarves hunkering down as well, or are they passing on after?
They're hunkering down for that as well.
Okay, great. Good.
And as they're all sitting there and chatting with you, they're all like, well, one last drink, and they plunk their tankards down. They top them all up, and they raise the tankards, clinking them off to anyone else who still had drink or was still drinking. And
Probably still drinking, and I'm just an incredible lightweight because every time I've drank so far, I've gotten for Snickers. So take a sip.
This is not the kind of alcohol you're used to in the Feywild.
Was there alcohol?
Was there alcohol? Did I drink it?
There are definitely narcotics and
and hallucinogens, but that doesn't mean they're in liquid form.
Oh, there's definitely some in liquid form.
Nice.
I probably only consumed the baked goods, let's be honest.
But they clink all of their tankards together, pressing their lips, kind of all, like, once again, all in sync, just, like, leaning back as they, like, and then just, in unison, just slam their tankards down there and,
Anna's gonna look around and smash her tankard down and do the same thing.
Pretty sure Kay's gonna be like, bedroll, flop, and be unconscious.
So much for first watch.
Yep.
How many first watch?
This is what happens. I got for Snickers. No one was going to trust me to do it anyways.
It's true.
Especially Dad.
No, Theioryn would have watched with you.
And so they grab, like, one of them gets up and, like, gathers their stuff and kind of puts it in a little cart they've been dragging along, and like, well, we're taking a rest. Have yourselves a great night. And they all kind of, like, just go walk over to the one wall and sit down, just all kind of, like, plunk against the one wall, and takes maybe 30 seconds before you just start hearing.
Do they snore in unison?
Yeah, they all snore.
It's so delightful.
Everything they do is in unison.
It doesn't make sense, but it's great.
It doesn't make sense, but that makes them great.
It's actually just the mirror image spell.
We fell for it. I imagine it's pretty cold in this tunnel, despite the wind being blocked and stuff. Should we light a fire?
There is a fire.
Yeah, they got a fire.
Oh, they have one. Okay.
They were sitting around it.
Yep.
Right. I keep thinking it was a bar. It's not a bar.
It's not a bar.
I mean,
Just because there was booze, it does not make it instantly a bar.
Yeah. Well,
Zugink will volunteer for first watch.
Okay.
Zugink will not volunteer for first watch. Just take it after Kay was like, I'll do it!
And then just you look over Kay, just like Kay's like flat out on the. It's like, so roll me your perception check.
7.
7? You hear kind of the grunting and groaning of a couple of the brothers as they kind of toss and turn a little bit. But other than that, your watch goes by without any kind of issue.
You said the cave wasn't that long?
Correct.
Can I go, like, out the side that we're going to be leaving and just, like, take a look around to see if there's anything interesting out that side?
Yep. You walk over and the roadway is once again following along the mountain. So you've got the end of the cave and the roadway's going and kind of curves off around the edge of the mountain a little bit. You've been staring at mountain for the past several days, so
it's just more mountain.
It's a lot
Nothing
more mountain.
Interesting on that side. Okay.
Nothing that's like, oh my, what is this?
Oh my, a mountain. I've never seen that before.
What is this? What is this? What is this?
What's this? What's this? Another fucking mountain. But your watch goes by without any kind of issue. Who are you waking up, or who are you pestering for next watch?
Plastered. Theioryn.
Plastered or Theioryn? Those are your options.
Those are your options.
I'll wake up Annah and see if, like, she's still plastered.
Anna is snoring like a bee, like, bzzz, but probably wakes up.
Just like Annah.
So you wake up Anna.
How's my head?
Roll me a d20. Roll me a con check. Or con save, please.
Modified 20.
You don't have a headache, and you're like, wow, I'm really clear-headed right now.
Yes, Zugink.
Yeah, just like peppy and not like groggy or anything. Just like, yeah, she's not drunk anymore. You take next watch.
Of course.
I then go to bed.
Okay.
Bring off her bedroll and it's gonna whip out a firefly and have it do just laps through the tunnel.
Okay.
And Anna's gonna follow it.
Okay. You're chasing your own firefly.
Yep.
Practicing catching fireflies.
Because I'm so bad at it.
Give me your perception check.
19.
19. You're following the firefly back and forth, and like at some point on, because I figure you probably would have gotten tired at least some point chasing this back and forth for a couple of hours.
Yeah, for sure.
You've gone, sat down. At one point, one of the brothers gets up and just kind of saunters out of the tunnel and around the corner, and a minute or so later, he comes traipsing back in, just kind of lumbering along, and
Well, they don't pee in unison.
but he comes and he like slumps down and like beside you, and he just kind of thunks against you, and he's like, you know, we look a lot alike, and he's like motioning to his brothers, but I'm the biggest, if you know what I mean. And gets up and walks back over to the wall and just sits and then falls back against the wall.
I'm pretty sure you're the same height.
I'm really glad it's so good, thanks, Anna. It's so good.
Anna thinks he had a little too much to drink and doesn't really think too much of it.
And the rest of your watch and firefly catching practice goes by.
Fantastic. Did I notice which one? If it was like Grobuck or which? I probably didn't know which dwarf it was.
Roll me a straight intelligence check.
Oh, I'm bad at those. Oh, I'm okay at those. Ooh, 18.
Oh.
You're pretty
Nice.
sure that it was Grobuck who said it, but you're not.
Okay.
You're like 80% sure it was Grobuck, but you're not 100% sure.
He had too much to drink. All right. Theioryn.
I'm gonna go over to where Theioryn is like standing against
Meditating.
the wall, kind of meditating. And yes, is it my turn?
Yep. Have fun. Do you want a firefly?
Does Theioryn have dark vision?
Yes.
No, that's quite all right. Good night, Anna. And Anna will go back to bed.
Okay.
And yeah, Theioryn will pace about the cage.
Roll me Theioryn's perception.
Yeah. Theioryn's perception is 20, modified 20.
Modified 20.
Sorry.
So as the night wears on, starts to hear a little bit of a prattle of rain falling outside, and it's kind of like, but it's not like super heavy rainfall, but it's sufficiently rainy outside. See a couple of smaller animals dart into the cave and kind of hunker down near one of the walls. Pardon?
I would just try to react as like Theioryn would to animals skittering about.
And they look kind of like rabbits, but their ears are like heavily stunted in comparison to what you normally see from a rabbit.
Okay.
So much shorter ears. And they kind of like hunker down up against one of the walls and just kind of like staring out into the, like they look over and they notice the group. They can definitely hear the dwarves snoring, but they don't really make any attempt to like move towards the group or anything like that. And after about half an hour or so, the rain lets up and the critters just dart back out of the cave and hard turn down the mountain and just vanish out of sight.
I'm gonna assume for the half hour they were there, Theioryn couldn't note any oozy ichor or spiky barbs.
Nothing that he would have noted.
Perfect. Great. Goodbye, creatures.
And so Theioryn's, I'm guessing Theioryn took
The rest
his
of
usual
the night.
4 hour.
Yes.
But the rest of the night goes by. Kay, I need you to make me a con saving throw.
That's a 12.
12? Okay. as morning comes, you're woken not by everyone else, but by the throbbing pain in your head. As the alcohol from the night before is ransacking your brain. And I need you to make me a second con save.
Mm-hmm. It's a 13.
Okay. And as the pain from your head kind of wakes you up, and it slowly dissipates over the course of the next little bit, you go and you look at your bard, and they have not spread. You've gotten longer once more, but they have not spread.
He's gonna be hungover, and that's what this is gonna be for a bit. Kay's just gonna be politely hungover.
Politely.
Yeah.
And so as the group is gradually waking up, you still see the three dwarves kind of all hunkered up against the wall and still just sleeping away, snoring pleasantly to themselves as the group gets up and starts packing their gear. Is anyone doing anything?
Theioryn, knowing that we don't shave it every day, we'll still just want to check in on Kay and like, Kay, how are you feeling this morning? Yes, well, that's what you get for drinking. I don't feel sorry for you. You brought this upon yourself. Very mature. Come now, Kay. And then Theioryn will pack up their...
This is Kay's first proper hangover, though.
Yep.
Is it
because
really?
the last time
You
he
nat
got
20 to your con.
I got first snickered, but I bounced back like it was nobody's business.
Yeah, you're dragging your feet.
So I have never experienced this in my life. So I'm
Not well.
I'm not normal Kay.
Do I notice that Kay is like hungover?
I don't imagine
noticed.
Kay's hiding it very well.
No,
I'm assuming like me being used to packing stuff up quickly, like I pack my stuff up quickly. I see that Kay is like
You
maybe
see me
started-
being like, roll.
and I'll go over and like help Kay pack up the stuff and just put it on my back.
Aww. Very kind. Annah is gonna go over to one of the dwarves before they leave, and she's gonna kind of just like poke at one of their shoulders because she doesn't know who, just one of them, and try and wake them up.
You jab him in the shoulder. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, real quick thing, and I'll let you get back to sleeping. Can you teach me a phrase in in Dwarven?
What do you want to know?
I want to know how to say, hi, I'm Annah. Let's fight.
And he looks at you and... Anna Kirstofs.
And then Annah, Anna Kirstofis.
Kisr
Kisr
Dofgs.
Dof.
Dofs.
Oh.
Kirstofkis. This is terrible.
Cool. So, that's when Theo goes. Does Theo actually know?
Yes, and
And
did Theo hear?
yep, he taught you. I'm Anna. Let's fight.
Right.
Man, I want it to be like everything she learns is just a double entendre or something.
Oh, there are some of those already.
Yeah, that's just Zugink's jerk friends.
I want all dwarves to be like this to Anna, though. And just there be like one dwarf that's legitimately nice to her, and only that one dwarf.
Maybe that is the one dwarf. The other one was a skis ball.
Thank you. Have a good morning, sleep, rest.
And kind of plunks his head back against the wall.
Okay. Anna will leave the tunnel cave.
So the sky is partly cloudy, though the sun's still peeking through enough to make it be a pleasantly warm day as the afternoon's rolling along, without being overbearing. The road turns and starts curving downwards between two high mountain cliffs, and basically kind of weaving in the middle between them. The sun is mostly overhead, so despite it being nestled between these cliffs, the area is still fairly well lit. So as you, you're now basically in, you've got your road down the middle, and then on either side of the road is leading up in the cliffs. And you're walking through there for probably about an hour. And I'll get everyone to give me a perception check.
That's an 8. I'm probably still home.
Theioryn got a 9. Oh. And Anna got a 10.
16.
Nice.
So some of us are drunk. Some of us are feeling the results of last night a little bit more than others.
Mm-hmm. So as you're going along,
Your pizza.
there's the three of you don't end up seeing anything. Zooming probably along, you see, you turn, you see a few small lizards scampering along the rock and kind of ducking into crevices and out of sight. And from above, you note a few small rocks just kind of tumbling down the cliff ledge. And I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Mm-hmm. Say what?
Not high enough.
Not high enough.
This isn't the best it could be, but...
Theioryn got a 14.
Okay, got a modified 20.
Okay, just a second.
Apparently, even in Kay's hungover state...
You're just extra vigilant, you're hungover, you're just
no. So I noticed a thing, it caused me pain, and I was immediately present. I was like, it's like that drop, when you hear a drop of water, or there's just some tiny thing when you're hungover that drives you insane. Whatever this is showing up has angered me greatly.
Okay, so we had Kate modified 20.
9.
What was Anna's?
Modified 20, excuse me. Initiative modifiers +1.
What's your modifier?
+2.
Okay, so Kate's first, and Anna. And then Theioryn's was what?
14.
And then Zugink was 9. Okay. So as you were all walking along initially, though, I'm gonna have to grab my.
It's an editor cap.
I need more dice.
We're fucked.
When the DM says, "I need more dice,"
Yeah, I don't like this. Is it a swarm? But it's a swarm.
I'd really like it to be the thing that we're conveniently looking for, but you know.
Okay, I need. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, does a 13 hit you?
Jeez,
My armor
Louises.
class is 13, so.
So
no.
yes.
Yes?
Yes.
If it meets it, beats it.
Okay.
Okay. Anna, does an 11 beat your ace?
Oh, it sure doesn't.
Does a 19 beat Theioryn's AC?
I don't
yeah,
think I
it
need to
does.
look. Yes, it does. I don't know why I looked.
And Zugink, I take it a 10 does not beat your AC.
No.
Okay.
This is going to be inconvenient. I'm expecting spider webs from the ceiling to slow me down. Or a lot of pain but like...
And then also does... So 5 is not going to hit yours. 15 hit yours?
Oh, it does.
17 hit Theioryn?
Yes.
And 19 hit you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jeez. Did you just decide to re-roll everything and do super ballin'?
No.
These are too low. I'm going to re-roll.
No, there's probably just more.
Well, to that I say, bah humbug.
So,
Watch next month.
as the... boop. There we go. So you should be able to see on the map. And so as you're walking along...
Mm-hmm.
I need to go to GM info. There we go. So, Kay, one of those hit you. Or was it? Yeah, one hit you. And so as you're... A rock is thrown from above. Like, there's a couple rocks that are thrown from above. You manage to step out of the way of the second one, but the first one kind of collides with your shoulder. And that is... What? There we go.
Roll low.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then...
Wow.
Anna...
Yep.
It was 1 or 2 that hit you.
It was just one.
It was the
Second one.
So the first rock lands to your side. You kind of like step back a bit as the second one kind of like scrapes its way down your back.
Holy cricket legs!
And that's also 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jeez Louises. Ooh. Alright.
Theioryn, I believe, took both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Theo. I'm sorry, Jamie. I didn't mean to. It's the DM's fault.
As the... Get in. Roll 20, cooperate. Says the 5, 6, that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, holy
between the two
balls.
rocks.
Okay.
And then
Whatever.
Zugink, you got hit by one of them, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that is 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you just start hearing this yipping sound coming from the cliffs above you.
Are the stupid fucking goats throwing rocks at us?
And looking down at you,
Tentacle goats.
you see a few kobolds come to the edge and looking down after they had thrown the rocks down at you. And...
Oh, much better.
Oh, I was like, I don't see them either.
Perfect.
Crap.
This will be convenient, assuming all goes well. Let me...
How high is that cliff?
Yep. This is very important information.
This is relevant information. The cliff itself is about 20 feet up.
Oh, perfect. I'm fine.
I'm not.
20 feet?
Oh, don't worry. This will be good for all of us. Assuming I still go first. But I mean they threw rocks, so
I'm sure
And
you do. Surprise round.
so as you... Like, as the kobolds had... Or the three had come up to the edge looking down at you, there's a few more that do pop, that walk to the edge, slings in hand, getting ready to fight as well. And so we will start with Kay. You were at the top of initiative.
longbow out. I'm gonna shoot it. At... Hold on, I need to check the effects of the thing. Okay, so for the most part, assuming I hit, I'm gonna use Hail of Thorns.
Okay, so
which will cause other things to.
So which kobold are you trying to shoot?
I think I'm gonna go for that one, just because they're
Iska?
that one.
Yeah.
Just because they're armed at the ready.
Okay.
Whereas those 3 have already hit, and this way those 3 have hit. That one, is armed at the ready, but nothing I can do about him.
Okay.
I want to anger those. Cool. Okay.
So roll your attack.
21.
That hits.
I hope so.
Me too.
All right. So
Super armored kobold.
cool. So Hail of Thorns. Just as a point, I deal 1d10 piercing damage to the target and each creature within 5 feet of it, on top of the damage I do with the arrow.
Okay, just one moment.
At least I'm pretty sure that's how that works. That's fine. I need to find a d10.
The same you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack for the spell ends. Yeah, so you activated Hail of Thorns and then you fired your shot.
Yep. Or is it just 1d10 for all 3 of them?
In addition to the normal effect. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful.
Cool.
Okay, so the target of your attack takes the damage of your shot plus Hail of Thorns. Any creature within 5 feet of it just takes the Hail of Thorns damage.
Yes. And then they have their saving throw for half damage.
Yeah. So roll me your damage for your regular attack first.
Cool. I did not grab that dice. Shit.
That's a silly thing to do.
Yeah, it's a d8. This one. 8!
Nice. So max damage on that. Okay, and then roll me your d10 for your Hail of Thorns damage.
4.
4 damage for the Hail of Thorns?
Yep.
Okay. And what is the spell save DC?
11.
11. So your shot flies up and it hits the kobold right in the chin as you just watch that arrow like skewer through and just suddenly that burst forward from its face. As that kobold dies. And the kobold on either side of it get hit by those thorns just bursting out from the arrow. And they're both still standing. One's looking a little bit worse for wear.
Conveniently, that
This
was
one's
one
looking worse for wear.
Posed for attack.
Pardon?
This is fine. We can carry on now. I committed murder. I'm very angry at the moment.
Okay, so you fire off that shot. That puts us to Anna with your modified 20.
Yeah, so Anna's hurt, but not badly. But I think Anna sees how terrible Theioryn's doing right now and near death. He is.
Just slaps him in the face with his book.
No, there's bigger concerns when rocks can be thrown on your head. So Anna's gonna shout in Draconic. I guess it's gonna be like, "We don't want to fight you. Back off or die." Because I'm hoping that they speak Draconic.
And also from the fact that one of them just died.
Yeah. Really helps the intimidation factor.
So you're trying to intimidate them down?
Yes. Dude, please tell me they speak Draconic.
Roll me you're trying to intimidate them?
I guess.
So roll me your intimidation.
It's not a deception, because we will, I guess, murder you. 19?
19?
To intimidate? I'm
just
jumping up and down.
I'm just picturing Anna just being like, I'm gonna be scary. I'm just like, you're tinier than the kobolds. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like watching a toddler trying to be intimidating.
But at the same time, I just murdered one of my friends.
You did just murder one of their friends. Unfortunately, the kobold rolled a nat 20.
No freaking way! Okay, so does that take all my action to intimidate?
No, we'll use that as just your
bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action for your yelling at them.
So I can tell that nothing got through to them?
They, as you, yell up them in Draconic, they're kind of you watch them, yip back and forth at each other, and then you see one of them grab another rock and start getting ready to heft it up.
Alright, so I'm gonna get, Frost Wasp up at, the one that's holding that rock.
Okay. So fire me up that Frost Wasp.
Alright. Does a 19 hit?
Definitely.
Woohoo! Alright, so Buddy Boy, will take 1d10.
Does he have a saving throw or no?
Nope, but the people within 5 feet of him will have to make a saving throw.
Okay.
So I'll do Buddy Boy's damage. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Okay.
And then everyone in 5 feet of him has to make a saving throw?
Yes, a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
What is the DC?
Is 12.
Okay, so roll me the damage for
about 6 damage.
6 damage. So as it hefts up this rock, you just conjure up this wasp and send it, just whip it out. It hits and then just shatters and little stingers going off.
Awesome.
I'm really hoping it was one of these two.
You watch.
Fair enough. That's where I was gonna aim.
And you watch these 3 kobolds just get skewered with all these little pins and needles.
The Anna's gonna go.
I told you.
Did you roll for wild magic?
Oh,
Yeah,
I did not. So that's
should
just
roll
1d20.
Yeah. Also, Kate, you should roll me one of those as well.
19. So
18.
So neither you did anything.
absolutely not.
We
Thank
used
you,
up one
Zugink.
of a nice high roll.
Okay, so let's purge those guys from the list. So as these 4 kobolds are now just some of them limply hanging over and just kind of falling. One of them slips forward and its body falls off down to the ground. Theioryn's round.
Oh, Theioryn is going to back the hell up because... sorry, I took a Zugink with me. Whoops, thank you. So it's just going to make a hasty retreat and is going to cure wounds upon thyself.
Okay. That's also a first level spell.
Oh, crap. Okay, so I'm going to roll just for the surge. 2.
Okay.
Close.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't. Cast?
If it wasn't for the fact that I get so many
You get so many ones.
that I wouldn't actually be legitimately scared of Wild Surge, but we're just real aggressive with them.
I'm just glad none of you have got them yet, because Zugink doesn't like magic.
Yeah, would not help your disposition. And
Okay,
it's
you're healing.
going to heal for 5 points of damage.
5 points of
that's,
damage.
That's half of what was dealt.
Yeah. Okay, that is Theo's turn.
Are you not able to modify Theo's health on?
That was a problem we saw last
You
time.
Not
can't
on this
modify
one.
other people's. Only the DM and themselves can
So-
modify it.
I'm just
Okay.
keeping it a paper track.
Okay.
But it's 9.
Yeah, 9 health.
Okay, I can modify it on my side.
Great.
Okay. So you take that. You just feel that surge of health. And so now we are on to kobolds.
Kobolds
And
before Zugink. Oh no.
Kobolds before Zugink.
oh no, you're 9. Hey, to be fair, you killed off the ones that were after you.
Oh.
The first kobold over on this side is going to take a pot shot at Anna.
Yeah. All right.
And that is a 17 to hit.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
And so you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. That kind of hurts. Whoops. I'm not looking
And then
so spiffy.
The one on the other side is going to Zugink, roll me a perception check quickly.
10.
10? You don't notice.
Okay.
You hear this, like, kobold sort of, like, yipping and screaming. Like, you can all kind of hear it, but you don't really know what it's doing. It's just, like, yipping and screaming, and then it's going to take a shot at you. And it spins its thing around, and it's spinning its swing, and then as it goes to, like, try and let go, instead of letting go of the one frond, it lets go of both, and you just have this slime just hits the ground beside you, and it's just like...
Delightful.
However... as you look and watch as this sling just hits the ground beside you. That is not the thing I want.
Very.
There's another kobold that comes out, sling at the ready, and is going to fling a pot shot at you as well, Zugink. That is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit me.
Does not hit. The little rock just like kind of hits your arm, just like breaks, just like.
Lame.
No, this is concerning, is what it is. I mean, Zugink is fine. Zugink is gonna be like, friend, within range! Boom!
Another kobold is taking a pot shot. That is a nat 20 on a sling.
Okay, that one hits me.
Yep.
That one's gonna hurt. Maybe. Unless he rolls like a 1 damage.
1-1.
Which we'd be very happy with right now.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
How's Mama
That hurts a bit
Bugbear?
And that puts us to Mama Bugbear's turn.
Okay, so, first off, I want a second wind. Regaining not very many hit points.
I really, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
I would take 2 steps forward. And I'm going to first try to hit the one on the left.
The one on the left.
On my left, so the top one.
Yep.
That one. I don't know if that just did anything. I'm assuming that doesn't hit. That's a 10.
10 does not hit. You take a swing, the kobold like ducks its head just a little bit.
Action surge to like right as it does that, just be like bang.
Okay, roll me another attack.
Okay, that one I think hits. That's a 21.
That definitely hits.
Just a little bit.
By a
It's
little
like,
bit.
You little sassy bastard.
And that's 11 damage.
He did.
Yeah, you bring that, like you swing, like it's like cheering at you, and just like cave its skull in that little bit.
I really appreciate knowing that they're probably gonna die in one hit. This makes me very happy inside.
It's like miss here, bang.
You're just like, you don't sass me, boy. Boom.
I can't wait till I have more attacks and action surge. Then I just like flail and everything.
So, as the one you just squashed, as you squish it, there was another one that was just running out, and just like, and it's going to throw its dagger at you.
Jeez. Okay.
That is definitely not going to hit. It goes to throw its dagger, and it just like throws like the dagger like spins, just kind of hits you like handle first, and, tink, and just falls to the ground.
Not too far.
And it is going to take a step back.
Initiate an attack of opportunity.
Technically,
within
yes.
15 feet of
Yeah,
me.
that is within 15 feet of you.
Right in space.
I always forget how
That's a
fucking
20.
long your range is.
Oh.
That hits.
Or modified 20, not a...
I'm a nat.
Yep.
That's only 5 damage, though.
You swing and
Probably
you like graft across his chest and as it's like hopping back and just like chittering at you. Anna, you can speak Draconic, right?
I sure do.
This thing is swearing profusely.
Oh, hold on. I think even Kay knows
Scandalous.
that. Does Kay know that? I need to double check.
This Kay
Kay does know that!
Kay knows what?
Kay knows Draconic.
Yep, you hear this, but you don't necessarily like for Kay because there wasn't a whole lot of like profuse swearing and.
I
so
know
you know
that-
the words.
I
but
know the words, I don't know the social context.
Yes.
Dicks. Alright.
Alrighty, and that puts us back to the top of the list with Kay.
Cool. That one.
Which one?
One closest to Anna.
Kay.
That one. Is, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark.
Kay.
So, hold on.
Nice.
So, it's a 19.
That hits.
No wild surge. No, that's the hit. Then, because I use Hunter's Mark, I need to roll for wild magic. 'Cause it's level 1. That was an 8. So, cool. Now I need to roll damage. Yes?
Yep.
Oh, well, that was sad. It's a 3, but hold on. Let me double check.
Add a d6.
Is it a d6 that I added?
What was your damage?
4. Total. Like, for both the arrow and Hunter's Mark, I rolled 1s.
That's sad.
So you didn't get the wild magic surge, but then the next 2 rolls were 1s.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they were on different dice. Let's be clear. They weren't. I wasn't rolling d20s for like insanity damage. I was just rolling.
So you fire this arrow up, and it's like skims over its shoulder. It's like as it like grabs its shoulder, and that puts us to Anna.
Anna's gonna hold out her hand and produce a firefly and shout in Draconic, "I really don't want to hurt you, but you're hurting my friends!" She's gonna send a firefly forth at the one that Kay had just tried to attack.
So roll me your attack.
There it is. Modify 20.
That hits.
Yeah, alright. For 2 crappy damage.
But I'm pretty sure that's dead.
As this little firefly like zips up and just lands on its nose, like, and then just
Oh no!
as this poor kobold's face just lights on fire as this thing like screams, like flailing, trips forward and tumbles on, boom, onto the ground.
Saw it come.
72 experience, 50 gold. Yeah, right on. Okay. Well, he's dead, Jim. Anna's horrified.
Theioryn's turn.
Oh, yes. Does Theioryn know that more kobolds came to play?
Because there's a giant
pretty
rock
sure
between them?
Theo, he can't see
Can't
them.
see them.
So Theo would know that one's present, right?
Heard the swearing and me walking
Yeah.
that direction.
So might think that there might be more danger afoot.
Yeah.
So Theo, having had this happen with a panther before, is just gonna not focus on the fight there, but do a perception check and try and look for any other sneaky, flanky jerks.
Okay, roll me your perception check.
Because Theo remembers the panther.
Hey!
That's really good. 21.
21. You can hear the skittering of like little kobold feet on rock running away from where you are.
Oh, good.
Oh, this is pleasant.
Okay.
Probably. This is probably pleasant. It's either that or something very large and threatening is coming our way.
Something that's scaring them. Okay.
That isn't us. No, something big is scary. It was called a bugbear.
You've only killed one. Anna's been the most efficient murderer today.
Yeah, Anna's got 4.
I helped.
I finished 4.
Yeah, but she's not large and intimidating.
That's true.
That's the small intimidating thing you're running from.
Yeah.
The bugbear's the big intimidating.
So that was Theo. Or is Theioryn doing anything else?
Can Theo attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that cantrip thing, because we're gonna do that. An Eldritch Blast, which is a D12. No, it's a D10.
Roll me again. Roll me a chance to hit.
All right. Oh no. Sorry, a 6 will probably not hit.
6 does not hit.
Excellent.
Theioryn goes to fire the Eldritch Blast off, and as it's going up, the kobold who had lost its sling ducks, trying to avoid it. And it's like,
Okay, that's fair.
So now it's the kobold that lost its sling's turn, I think.
yes.
Which is that one.
And he is going to pull out his knife.
And YOLO Zugink.
What is he going to do?
That's the only kobold.
He throws his knife at Zugink. So
Is it an improvised weapon?
nope,
No, it's
it's
a
a dagger. Daggers,
Oh, but
daggers work as thrown weapons.
Oh, okay.
Does a
Too
24 hit you?
In throw weapons. Shit.
As this, he got 19 on his roll. Goes and just whips this dagger down at you. Okay, still gonna be 23. Either way, I'm pretty sure that still hits you.
Yes.
And so that is.
I'm not the OP level 15 paladin.
You'll get there.
That is 6 points of piercing damage, as the blade finds its way to just right in between slots of armor and digs into your shoulder. At which point, the kobold turns around and runs away.
Bye. Thanks for the
Obvious
dagger.
distraction!
Oh, well, now I have a dagger. I just need to pull it out of my, arm or something.
I got slugs.
It's gonna be a very awkward night.
And then kobold is going to use sling. Does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
Once again, rocks just hits your arm. Dink!
Should stop picking bad rocks. Where are the rocks that the first people threw?
Well, those were
Those were
rocks
boulders.
like this.
It doesn't matter. They're picking up pebbles and expecting it to hit Zugink?
You just,
Or hurt
just,
Zugink?
just hits the armor, just...
Oh crap.
Yeah, exactly. Just are those just hard clumps of dirt?
To be fair, I'm wearing fairly heavy armor.
That kobolds are not exactly the smartest creatures.
You don't say.
This kobold is then going to turn and try and hightail it out. That gives you
all the way.
type
I've used my
opportunity.
reaction already. This go
Oh yes, that's right. So it starts running towards, running down the cliff or the pathway.
But still on. Okay.
It's still within visible range of you guys.
It's still within attacking range. K.
Yeah. Well, it's
Everything's always within attacking range of K.
Exactly.
The other kobold is going to grab his sling and take a pot shot at you, Zugink.
Oh, his initiative is still before mine.
Oh, no, this is the one he's the one that's after. That's right.
Oh, okay.
So it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to run at the closer kobold, and I'm going to try to grapple it. Just, tackle it. Just yep, you're mine.
Okay, give me your athletics. And that is non-natural 20 on his.
That's okay, because mine's a 24.
Nice.
So it weaves to try and dart from your arms, except it's not expecting you just to keep falling and just as you just drop
He
right on
thought
top
he was
of...
prepared.
My kobold.
But then the bugbear acted more like a bear than ever before.
He got cocky.
So you just flop down on this poor kobold. How much do you weigh?
Does he pop?
Oh, this is the injured one. It has like no health left anyway.
300 pounds?
300
Oh,
pounds?
he's gonna die, or his insides are gonna come out of
I'm not
the hole
trying
in
to
his stomach.
squish him if that helps. I just want to, like...
You do realize he's a giant gaping slash in his
Yeah,
stomach, though, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
You did just enough damage to not kill him last time.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
You land on... You can hear some of those bones crunch as, like, you, like, grab and latch onto him. He's still squirming a little bit.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. He's definitely not doing good.
Okay. I'm currently have caught a kobold, though.
You've caught a kobold. Congratulations. So its turn, it is going to attempt to struggle to break free. That's not going to happen. That puts us to K.
So, I mean, at this point, I'm going to move. No, I want to move. So I have a beautiful, beautiful shot at this boy right here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Hunter's Mark him, because I can move it, because
Yeah.
it's a bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action to modify your spell. So it gets this little arrow above its head, and it's just like... Just that moment it looks up and looks back.
I'm gonna take my shot. I'm gonna see if I can ping him. I was a 17 before anything.
That hits.
Cool. So let's see if this time I can actually do damage with a hunter's mark and
And your arrow?
And my arrow.
Hooray!
So that's 10 damage. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
You just right in the back of the skull. It's just like head over T, kills.
Perfect. Also, I need to roll for wild.
Nope.
Don't add because hunter's mark.
Because you're modifying
still
the spell. You're not
concentrating.
recasting.
Right.
It wasn't a new. Yeah, it wasn't a new cast of the spell.
Right, because I have an hour for that.
Yeah.
To hunter's mark Zugink or whatever.
Just
Because I can. Like, I need to keep track of someone. Zugink.
Just in
Hunter's
case I
mark.
get kidnapped randomly.
For an hour.
For an hour.
And you're on your own.
Well, at least I know the general direction.
Yep. So as the kobolds have all been either brutally murdered or are now being pinned, what are people doing?
So we're outside of initiative?
Outside of initiative now.
Yeah, I want to try to, like, tie
The
up this
bodies.
kobold.
Loot the bodies.
Kay wants to loot the bodies. You're trying to do what with the kobold?
Just tie it up. Like, take some of my 42 feet of rope I have. I'm just like, yep.
You're easily able to just get this kobold bound up. It has no strength to try and fight back.
Any and all useful things off of all of their corpses. I want them yesterday.
I'm also taking the dagger that was in my side.
Okay. Since you're showing at the gate that you want to scavenge bodies, give me a survival check. Currently you have access to 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies that are on the ground.
Cool. So am I only rolling one survival check?
Yep, one survival check and we'll see what you get.
Alright.
Is anyone else searching the
17.
bodies?
No.
No?
Anna will not partake in looting.
Okay.
Well, consider
17?
yeah. You kind of maimed a couple of bodies real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, scavenging through the bodies of the kobolds, you find a bunch of very poor condition daggers.
How many is a bunch?
4.
Thank you.
Yeah, 4 very poor condition daggers. You think that stabbing someone like with this is more likely to give them tetanus than it is actually hurting them with the dagger.
This is fine.
You also managed to scrounge up amongst the coppers and silvers they had on them about 3.5 gold. So 3 gold, 5 silvers.
Beautiful. I have some money. 3 gold, 5 silver, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna.
It's just standard daggers of sadness and woe?
Yep.
Okay.
The dagger that was in your shoulder is also not in the greatest of condition by any stretch of the imagination.
Just like, I as I pull out, I'm just looking at it, just like, how did they manage with this piece of...
Yeah, just the great in between. It's more impressive that it actually stuck than the fact that it actually hit you with it. But you've got this poor maimed kobold tied up.
I look at Anna, I go, Anna, you speak language that these things speak.
Yeah, but they're not really one for listening, apparently. I'm gonna glare. The kobold.
Can you see if we can figure out where they came from this one?
How dying is he looking?
On a scale of like 1 to 7, 1.
Yeah, he has no health. He about to die.
And there's no heal checks in this to stabilize him or make him better. Anyway, okay. Well, yeah, Anna will come over and gonna take pity on the poor thing and is gonna pull out Slugsworth and tenderly caress his kobold cheek.
It's kind of like squirming, trying to get away from this slug.
Oh man, can we get a kobold butler if this works out well?
On a leash.
Just say shh.
How much did you get healed for?
And he's healed for 9 damage,
So
no
this
wild
is-
surge.
Full health.
Yep. So like as you're like smearing this, like, and like you kind of hear like as like some of its bones like slowly like realign, and it's like staring at his arm and like horror as you can feel this on the inside. It's like,
That's awful. That's just awful. Ooh. I say you're very welcome, maybe.
Can I roll like handle animal with the fact that I speak Draconic and see if he's willing to be my friend or at least help us? Because I really want this to be the thing now.
handle animal is just beasts, I do believe.
Can I roll
you can roll
diplomacy?
You can roll persuasion.
Perfect. I'm not very persuasive. This is probably not gonna work. Come on, nat 20. This is the only thing that's gonna maybe help me.
You're asking too much.
I did ask too much.
Is that a
Increase
one?
the counter.
We're at 4-1 so far.
Well, I tried. I wanted a butler. Or at least a friend. He's very against this.
Yeah, you like walk up and like try and reach out to like stroke his head, trying to like calm down. He just tries to bite your hand. He's like, "Argh." So what are people doing?
You want me to ask where he came from?
Yes.
Like, so I'll say like, Draconic, like, where's your camp? Do you live in these mountains? Where did you ambush us from?
Or not? Yeah, I know where you ambushed us from.
It,
Like,
and as you ask like where the ambush is from, it just looks straight up. How cooperative is he feeling? Not excessively.
Yeah, he tried to bite me when I wanted to be his friend.
Okay, so I'm gonna say,
But yeah, as you're like, you ask him like where he's from, it's like crazy in the mountains.
mountains, very helpful.
Kay is immediately gonna ask him because he's gonna have this brilliant epiphany because the dude's being a little asshat and a little shit. It's gonna be like, do you know where any Ettercaps are? Very, very like that degree of excitement, but like
What's that?
Kay regurgitates the description of Ettercap that we have been given previously, which is like, it's a creepy spider thing.
And as you're like describing this thing, it's like, I'm not gonna eat me.
What else do you want to know?
Do they have more ambushes set up ahead?
Are there more of you going to attack us ahead? Is this premeditated? Are you just jerks?
And you just watch going. We need to eat. And he's like looking around at the bodies that are laying about. Lots of us need to eat.
Oh, that's cute. That's really cute.
Define how many is most? Because most implies a majority of something, and you're the only living one left.
And he's just kind of like.
Kobolds are humanoids. Can I climb up on that cliff while Anna's talking to them and like get the other bodies so that I can like burn them?
I'm pretty sure I looted them.
No, because the ones that
You
are
didn't
the
loot the
cliff.
ones that, like, am
yeah.
I able to get up there through trying to climb or something?
Give me an athletics check to try and climb the rock.
While the two of us are actively
Non-natural
engaging
20.
this kobold in like
It
deep
takes you a
theological
little bit to
discussions.
like, find a way, like find a nice path up, but you do manage to get up, and you can push the other three bodies off.
I'm doing
Are
this for Mama Bugbear.
you nicely letting
I
them
wanted
down, or
to
just kind of
try.
pushing them off the ledge?
Kind of just
Wanted
pushing them off.
another. I wanted something.
So while you two are talking with this kobold, use your as Zugink has pushed the other three bodies off the cliff, and they've now dropped 20 feet.
Kay immediately wants to go loot those bodies.
Anna, after hearing the first one splat, tries to cover the kobold's eyes.
He's going to try and bite you.
Okay. Yeah, of course you are.
However, because he is restrained, he does not succeed.
Good.
Cool. Can I go loot the bodies? Because I'm distracted because he's being a little shit, and I wanted to be his friend.
Roll me a survival check.
17.
17. You find two more daggers of not great condition.
Gotta love these not great condition daggers. Man, I want to dip them in poison.
And the
I don't say that
you
out
find
loud.
another
This
about-
is just Nathan speaking on behalf of Kay.
you find another about 5 silver worth of coins amongst them.
Ooh, money.
So Anna's gonna go, Zugink, this is your show. Like, what else do you want before we set him free?
Before we set him free. Wow.
What?
So innocent.
What?
Well,
Anna, if we were to return him home, where will we bring him?
We want to get you home safe.
oh, you're
so
not
where is
thinking
home?
of what I'm. Oh, son of a.
He does not believe a word you just said.
He doesn't believe me? I believe me.
You believe
You believe you.
But you-
and that's absolutely true. Kay is
you
literally.
asked Zugink,
And Zugink's.
and Zugink replied. And as far as the kobold is concerned,
Zugink is
that's
the,
not trustable.
Zugink is the deadly force of nature out of our group. We're at least conversing. We're people. Yeah, those two don't speak the same language. Like, no. Like.
Okay. So he just won't give me anything.
He does not want to talk.
Won't say.
Give me a minute.
Give her
I
a
want
minute.
to pile up the bodies, and I want to try to burn like a cremation. Like I don't have a ton of wood access, but I want to see if I can try to make it happen.
You're just gonna burn the bodies.
I think Theioryn would be happy to help you with what does he have? Produce flame?
Oh, produce
Or-
flame.
or maybe not,
Much better
sacred
than I
flame?
could.
Actually, I technically have produce flame as Anna, so I'll
burn. I'll
help you.
Well, they're trying to burn the bodies. I'm going to try and see if I can get him to trust me again, because I want him as a pet. Damn it! And come hell or high water, I'm going to try to be like, cool, you don't want to take me to your home. It's cool, I get it. But what's your favorite dinner meat? Because I'm just striking up conversation.
Roll me a charisma check with disadvantage.
I'm okay with this. He already hates me anyways. Well, could be worse. That's much worse. Yeah.
Was that another one?
No. No,
Was that
that's a
two?
4.
Okay.
I have mixed feelings on this dice.
He's very untrusting of your whole group, like, in general, and he's... By this point, he's kind of realized he knows he's probably not getting out of this. He's just like...
Oh, he's come to terms with his life then.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Kay has a terrible idea. Unless anyone else cares to comment.
No, Anna's gonna give
I'm
you some
sort
fireflies.
of watching Kay. If it looks like you want to try to kill it,
I'm not gonna murder him.
So you're helping
Zugink.
like the bodies?
Yeah, and Theioryn will use control flame to help spread it 5 feet over the bodies.
Okay. So you managed to get this little kobold bonfire going.
Pyre.
Hold on, do I have...
Kobold bonfire, I guess.
Yeah.
And we got marshmallows.
Ew, I wouldn't eat those.
How solid is like the cliffside? Like, can I use a dagger to like carve in words or something?
Oh, this feels like more people.
One of the kobold daggers.
That's the only dagger I have. So
Because you have one. And
Give me a try.
what am I rolling?
To make it legible, let's go dexterity.
That's a non-natural 20.
Nice.
So what are you trying to write? What are you trying to write?
Trying to write like
Warning you who entered.
no, not warning you. You're just like what did they put on top of the pirate things? Like warning, like beware.
Dead men tell no tales.
No, that's
Beware.
it's like because like they would have the example, right? Because we're going to end up with like some skeletons and burn stuff. So like the beware.
Ye who enter walk a charred path. Like, you mean something poetic that has to do with being burnt alive?
Yeah,
No, with
poetic-
like don't ambush, like don't do crime.
Oh,
Sort of.
be good, ye.
It's
Like I'll put like be warned,
is Zugink
bandits.
is Zugink religious? Because then you can be like, beware all ye who
I am not religious. So
so
like be warned.
Beware evildoers.
Yeah, beware evildoers. Sure.
Okay. So you scrape away with the dagger, just like chipping at the rock, and like parts of the dagger like break off, and so you're left with like mostly a handle by the end of it as you're like carving into this
but
rock.
you did it.
You did it, but your dagger is now a dagger handle.
Yeah, I throw the dagger handle into the bonfire.
Okay.
So Kay is gonna ask Zugink if he can borrow some rope to make a leash.
Well, I like
Or did
I
you-
didn't cut any of the ropes, so it's just like
so
hand
it's just
cut.
all attached. Perfect. Kay is going to refashion like while remaining secure a child backpack leash on this kobold. And he's gonna attach it to, for now, his waist. And he's gonna be like, let's go.
So how is this kobold tied up right now then?
He's still tied up, secured as Zugink did before, but there's a rope now attaching to about middle of his back, so it's very difficult for him to reach. That is strung along, that's connected to, that is essentially like tied with belt loop without cutting the rope, because Zugink didn't give me permission to cut the rope, so I'm not going to do that. So I have like an adjustable amount of rope, and it's kind of just situated so that I can adjust it as necessary around my waist, and my waist is used so I can secure it and anchor him if we dangle him off a cliff to get nice shiny things. Who knows? Kay is like, cool. So you don't want to be nice to me. That's cool, and I get it. But I don't want to kill you. So you're gonna be my pet. Come hell or high water, you're either going to live as my pet, or you're going to die in probably some horrific way.
You hear him swearing profusely at you.
These are your options. And you don't have a choice. I'm not killing him.
Yeah, no, Anna's like, oh, that's really nice. We're gonna get him home. That's great. Yeah, like assumes that's why you're keeping him.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not keeping him as a threat. I'm like, I don't want to kill you. I want you to be a friend. You don't want to be my friend, so I'm taking the aggressive friend approach.
And you know, Theo is going to have a bit of a conversation about like, do you really think you're mature enough, Kay, to keep a pet?
I'm gonna be like a little too hard to slap on like Theo's back.
Theo,
This is perfect for the young man. Responsibility.
This is an opportunity.
This creature tried to murder us. What's to say it won't try to murder us again?
Rope.
The 6 daggers attached to my waist.
So it's just something else to look after.
For now. It may go well, may go very poorly.
I think this will go very poorly.
The boy has my support.
Alright, little kobold dude. I'm gonna call you Kevin. Lead the way, Kevin.
Kevin doesn't move. Also making a note that Kay now has a kobold named Kevin.
Kay is gonna kick Kevin in the butt and tell him, Kevin, let's go! And if Kevin doesn't get up, then Kay's gonna continue walking, but precariously close to the edge, so he may drag off the edge if
Well,
he
you're
doesn't
still
stay.
in
Yes.
valley area, so you...
Oh, I know. But, like, my preparation is I will drag him as far as I feel like, without any concern for him. Because I want to take him somewhere that isn't here. His choices are to do it, either be willing or be dragged along. I do not plan on killing him. Let's be very clear about this. Murder is not on my to-do list. But I don't feel pain for this creature.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start walking and drag him along.
He just, like, shifts his body so he's being dragged along on his back, and he's just, like, just staring, like, daggers back at the people behind him.
I'm going to like walk just close enough to the kobold's feet to be like disturbing, remembering how much weight I put on him.
Oh man,
Ooh, that's low. That's good. Anna's gonna walk ahead of the group.
I was like, I don't want to see this
Yeah,
anymore.
it's not that she necessarily disapproves. She thinks it's a weird way of going about it, but you know, happy that we're returning him home.
and murder is not the option.
Yeah, no, very happy that we didn't resort to murder.
After you killed
After you killed most of them.
Yeah, I didn't actually think 3 would drop from one attack.
I mean, they lit the 4th one's face on
But
fire.
they also almost murdered Theo. Like, very close.
It was self-defense.
So, yeah. Mama's fought bandits before. This is similar. It's okay.
Probably.
So you end up carrying along, and it probably about another hour or so of walking before you come to the end of this kind of ridge, and the one mountain kind of splits off, and you've now once again got that little wall built along one side of the road. as the evening gradually starts to wear in, you can see the sun off in the distance, slowly setting beyond the horizon. Give me a perception check for finding a place to hunker down.
Oh, it's modified 20.
Nice. Alright, Anna got a 19 and Theo got a 13.
You'll pretty quickly spot a little set of, like, this area kind of chipped into the mountain. Almost like cave-like, but once you get up to the like mouth of it, you realize like this is like 15, 20 feet deep, and then there's the end of it. An easy enough place to hunker down in and provides plenty of shelter. Who's taking what watch?
I'm going to take first watch because I'm going to try and sit down and have a solid chat with Kevin about not trying to murder us in our sleep.
Okay.
Anna will take second watch.
Okay.
Guess I'll take third.
And Theioryn will take fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is it laid out? Was it just like 15 feet like under something, or is it like a cave?
It's like mouth of a cave type thing, and like goes in like maybe 15, 20 feet, and then it just stops. Like it looks intentionally carved in.
Not very deep.
Yes. We're going to have a discussion about not killing our friends.
Okay. So
I have no idea what you want me to
roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Well, it's going to be a 5. It's absolutely a 5.
I was gonna laugh. You're like, it's gonna be a 5, then you rolled a 1. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been that, or it could have been a 23. So, politely.
And so, what are you trying to say to Kevin?
Kevin, we're in this together now, whether you want to be or not.
Well, I don't want to be.
Well, it's not one of the options we're giving you, unless you want to die.
I'm weighing options.
So, I can share some of my rations with you and you can eat. Okay, fine. Don't eat. Just gonna loot. You can go hang out over in the back of the cave then, away from the warm fire. And I'll sit here and just watch you. Because that's rude, that's not appropriate behavior when you're around your friends.
I love that now you're lecturing something about like social behavior.
I'm only it's only friendship. This is all Kay ever wanted was a friend.
It's beautiful. It's just funny to me.
Oh
like,
yeah, no. Kay is like passing on his whole like 2 weeks worth of lecturing from like mom and dad and Anna, being like, no. I want to be your friend. You want to starve to death. I guess you do you. And you can go sit in a corner and only look in that corner until you think about playing with the team.
He's gonna sit outside the cave, just tied up.
That's fine. I'm expecting it to like casually just rain on him, and he's just being like a wet dog outside. But hey.
And so you're into the cave a bit, and he's
yes,
and you just got the rope.
Yeah. I don't want to lose visual distance of Kevin.
Okay.
I'm not going to be like, Kevin, just go on. No. Kevin will do something stupid. Kevin is not yet to be trusted. I can't trust him to go outside of my sight yet. Or the sight of one of my esteemed family members.
We are family.
So until such time as I'm supposed to wake someone else up, I'm just going to keep watching Kevin.
Okay. Kevin sits there just in a bit of a huff, and you see him like squirm at his ropes, and but he's not making much headway.
Perfect. Because I didn't want to have to kill Kevin.
And
So
Verdan. Who is it who's taking second watch?
That'll be Anna.
Okay, so how are you waking up Anna?
The only way Kay knows how. Anna.
Okay, yes.
Here's the rope for Kevin.
Anna will hold on to the rope tightly and wake up.
We have a fair bit of rope attached to Kevin.
There's 46 feet of rope, or 42 feet of rope.
Yes, and I'm assuming we used at least. This is Kay. He doesn't know how to tie things really well. He probably used somewhere between 6 and 10 feet of rope to actually secure Kevin in his child harness. Because let's be very clear, this is a child harness.
Well, he's still like wrapped, like bound around.
I know.
Just the rope coming out the back, essentially.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Anna will take the rope, I guess, around her elbow and hand and have it secured and go.
Kevin's outside.
Why is he outside?
He didn't want to eat, and he didn't want to not attack us in our sleep. So I told him to go sit outside until he thought about what he did.
Okay. Alright, I'll go talk to Kevin. Have a good night.
I'm gonna go pass out.
Kids, he go and conk out.
So Kevin's just outside.
He's sitting like a couple feet from the edge of the cave, like just alongside the wall, just like sitting there against the wall.
All grumpy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
boy.
I'm gonna sit like maybe 5 feet beside Kevin, and Beanard is gonna go land on his head, and I'm gonna say,
This is my friend Beanard.
He's gonna like try and shake it off.
I like to think Beanard has a grip, but you let me know.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, it's a 4.
Beanard loses his grip very promptly as this kobold like shakes his head about.
Okay, well that's fine. Lots of people don't like Beanard in the beginning. He's a bit pokey. Hard to get used to. Beanard.
I'll come back on my shoulder.
And I'll say, Kevin, do you want to come inside where it's warmer?
Kevin does not respond.
Well, I'm really sorry you got roped into this, buddy. That's not very fun. But I hope with enough time, you and I could really form a bond, you know?
We're just trying so hard in our own ways to be Kevin's friends.
And I think this is a weird way to take you home. I know, it's just, yeah, it's strange. I'd normally just let you walk there with us on your own, and I don't really get all the rope, but we're gonna get you home safe, okay?
Kevin just scoffs.
Okay. Well, here, have some light.
And I'm gonna whip up a firefly, just hang around us while I continue to watch the grounds.
Okay, roll me your perception check. Ooh.
22.
22. As the sky at this point is fairly clear, and as you're looking around, you notice like this, like off in the one of the mountains over the edge, you can see like in the moonlight just this large shadow glide across the mountain, and looking up, like you look up just in time to see this what looks like a bird pass between you and the moon, blocking out the majority of the moonlight for that moment.
That's a big bird. Holy crap.
What was your perception check again?
22.
You're not sure its exact size, but this thing is massive.
Great.
Wow. Did you see that? Total eclipse of the moon. Yeah, Kevin? Did you see that?
Did Kevin see that?
Kevin's not paying any attention.
Kevin, you want to be eaten by a rock?
No.
Particularly, no. I don't want Kevin to be eaten by a rock. Why is Kay forming an emotional attachment to Kevin? I shouldn't have named her.
You never name something you're gonna kill.
I am not going to kill him.
Can't kill him now.
It's probably going to be Zugink. Let's be perfectly honest. It's going to be a monster. It's going to be Zugink, or the poor thing's going to fall off a cliff. Those are the options.
Yeah, I'll just... I won't make much conversation because
Yeah.
he's not talking, but I won't be like shitty to him or anything. Just enjoying my watch.
Okay. And your time passes, and how are you waking up, Zugink?
I will unravel the rope enough to go into the cave, and I will. Is there a stick nearby?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a stick and I'm gonna use it to poke Zugink's foot.
This is not a person waking me up. I immediately panic and like grab a weapon.
Every time, I never get it right. It's okay, it's just me. It's okay. Throw the stick down.
See, this is why Kay's method of waking everyone up is perfect.
Everyone knows exactly who it is.
Yeah, that's true.
So I get up to a start, just like grab weapon and just like halfway stepping over my tent, ready to stab someone. Just like, oh, it's Anna.
And just see Anna with a stick.
It's your watch.
Okay.
Have a good night.
This is. Oh, okay.
It's Kevin's
Well,
rope.
what did Kevin? That's what Kay named it.
He's not very chatty. Have fun.
Not that you speak the language.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the two people can speak Draconic did first and second watch.
Yeah, so I'm going to sit there and I'll be like, bye, Kevin. And I'll just like ramble off to Kevin because Kevin will listen. Just rambling off about like, it's weird being on an adventure.
You see Kevin's ears like fold back.
What's really impressive is Kevin's still awake. Kevin hasn't gone to bed yet.
I like to think that I just monologue for like an hour.
Does Kevin fall asleep listening to the monologue? I need to know how sleep deprived Kevin's gonna be in the morning.
We're asleep, so you don't know how sleep deprived.
But
Kevin
I
is.
will find out.
So as you monologue, you look over and Kevin just has his ears just folded back and not doing his best not to pay any attention to you.
Keep monologuing.
Okay, and roll me a perception check.
3. I'm really into my monologue.
You are very into your monologue. Okay. And as your couple hours pass by, and it's time to go wake up Theioryn. How are you waking up
Does
Theioryn?
Theo speak Draconic? I think Theo does.
That's a great question.
Kind of go up to the side of Theo's tent to kind of just like poke it where I think Theo
Theioryn
is.
does speak Draconic.
Like, Theo, your watch.
Yeah. Left side. Under proficiency
Oh.
languages.
I know you're not sleeping.
Yes. I'm awake. I'm here. Give me the kobold's rope.
Give her the rope. Or him
Thank
the rope.
you. Yeah.
and go.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is such a bad idea. Theo's gonna sit by the fire. Doesn't really care about being around Kevin. Doesn't want to even acknowledge that Kevin's there.
So you're inside the cave at the fire, and Kevin is outside, still sitting in his corner.
Yep.
You're sitting in his spot.
Yeah, and Theo just keep an eye on outside the cave.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Hey, nice. 21.
21.
It's a very good perception from inside a cave.
That is pretty good perception from inside the cave. You're sitting there and they're just kind of watching out, and you hear.
Are we gonna hear Kevin scream? It's either that or Kevin's gonna try and loosen the ropes.
Smells like
That's my guess. It's either that or he finally passed out. And then Kevin's snoring because people left him alone.
You can hear the yipping of a kobold. And, roll me an intelligence check.
15?
You're not sure if it's the same kobold as Kevin.
Kevin? Kevin, is that you? Yeah, Theo will get up and not be right on top of Kevin, but walk a little bit closer and kind of gently tug to get
to you're going to see. Are you going to go outside and see, or are you just going to pull the rope?
Well, I'm not going outside, but I want to walk closer because the fire's a bit in, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
just like walk a little bit closer to Kevin, and then try and like gently like Kevin.
So you're tugging on the rope?
Yes. Not to like rip him down and hurt him, but like get his attention.
Yeah. You grab the rope and you give it a couple tugs, and you notice it's like, oh, there's no resistance, and you pull, and you reach the end of a rope.
Son of a bitch, Kevin.
Interesting. So Theo, watching out the cave, I'm assuming could see Kevin.
No, Kevin was outside the cave and to the side. So he's if you're inside the cave, he's out of sight.
Damn it, Kevin.
All right, damn it, Mel. Okay. All right.
This is gonna be an awkward conversation for Theo in the morning. Oh man.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go on the best.
That's the problem. It's so perfectly fine.
Pets run away all the time. This is just part of growing up. I don't care.
Going to
You just walk back in, sit down by the fire.
How much more of
How
my
much rope
did I
did you
just
lose?
You'll find it in the morning.
Theo will wrap up the rope.
With like 15 feet of rope that was between Kevin and where you had.
Delightful.
So the rest of your watch goes by fairly uneventful, aside from a second kobold, maybe? You're not sure, but less Kevin.
Great.
And as morning comes in,
Kay is gonna try and wake up super early because he wants to see Kevin.
roll me a...
Because it's Kay. He's excited. He has a pet.
No, roll me a Constitution. Well, yeah, this is just see when you can wake up.
Well, that was unfortunate. That was a 3.
Okay, so
I'm not.
You're like
as much as I want to wake up, I can't wake up.
Also, roll me
Yeah.
your Constitution.
So that's a.
That I think works out to be a 12, which I think is okay. Yeah.
12.
Okay.
Pretty sure 12 is like the bare minimum I can go without it growing.
So once again, the spines have gotten longer, but they have not spread. Yes. So you're when you're going to bed, you're like, I'm gonna wake up super early. You don't. So as morning rolls in, I'm guessing Theioryn is going around waking everyone up.
Yep. Theo will do that, starting with Zugink and Annah, and then we'll wake up Kay last.
Is Theo going to mention to them before you wake Kay up what's happened?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So what are you telling to Annah and Zugink?
Nature ran its course last night.
You let him go.
I didn't let him go. He got away.
So you let him go. You didn't let him.
You didn't.
Kevin! I wasn't fond of the idea, but I wasn't actively trying to sabotage this whole Kevin business, if that's what you're
Did you
thinking.
kill him?
No!
I get up and I like go looking around for like a
going to
corpse.
check for blood.
Yeah, I'm going to go like look for blood. I'm like,
Okay.
it's dead. Where?
You walk out of the cave and you can see the rope, like the rope that you tied up Kevin. Most of it's in like a pile. Like part of it had been, like looks like the rope connecting to what Theioryn had was like cut off, and then it was cut down all the lines of rope to free him.
So you have a bunch of really tiny pieces.
You have a bunch of really small kobold circumference lengths of rope.
I kind of just like face palm, just like, did you have to ruin my rope?
I will replace that when I get some money. I do feel quite bad about the
You
rope.
mean with your severe lack of money for participating with slave trade?
Whenever that may be that I get money.
Oh Shots fired.
The way I remember it, we were saving Kay's family.
Negotiating with slave traders. That I'm going to like see if I can pick up like where, like if there's drag marks or something, like where Kobold is dragged off to.
Oh no, it didn't.
Freed.
No, I know it wasn't dragged off, but that's what I'm looking for.
Oh,
As a player, I know that.
Sorry,
Zugink
you
does
still
not.
think Theo killed him?
Roll me a perception check.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a 3.
You're not noticing any drag marks. Theioryn must have really covered those tracks up well. Or just picked up and thrown right over the cliff. But that is too far down to be able to see.
Kay!
I'm up. I'm awake.
I need you
Where's
to.
Kevin?
I need you to track Kevin.
What do you mean track Kevin? Where's Kevin?
I think Theo got rid of Kevin.
Theo, what did you do to Kevin?
Kay, I did not get rid of Kevin. He simply got away.
How?
Well,
He was perfectly fine when I left him.
Was he?
Anna,
Yeah?
what happened with Kevin?
I don't know. Kevin was sitting all grumpy at the cave wall. He wasn't really much for talking, and then I went to sleep.
Okay, what happened to Kevin?
I don't know. I was talking to Kevin and he wasn't very listening, but that's normal for Kevin.
Theo, did you send him home with his friends?
No.
See? Kay, can you track Kevin?
Oh, that might be a maybe. Hold on. Give you a survival check.
Yeah, I'm going. I just don't remember what the math is.
18. Do I see Kevin's footprints? Or footprints leading away from the pile of rope?
You look at the pile of rope where Kevin once was, and you can see 3 sets of what you can assume to be kobold footprints leaving the area. That being said...
Are they moving in the same direction?
Yes, they start out traveling in the same direction.
They start out... Did they start out, so do they just go and then, like, split? Or...
Following the trail for about, like, 10 or so minutes, you notice that, like, 2 of the sets of footprints go scampering up into the mountains, and 1 set of footprints go scampering down the cliff.
Can I look over the cliff to see if there's, like, a clear path that could have been taken?
Sure.
Perception?
Well, looking over the cliff, like, it's a fairly steep cliff, but you figured that, especially considering the kobolds had gotten up onto that ledge in the first place, that kobolds probably are pretty good at climbing.
No, which is fair. But I want to see if there's, like, a reasonable... Because...
There's no, like, distinct, this is the path he would have taken kind of
No, but is there, like a cave or an outcropping that would make sense as, like, somewhere for them to go, or not so much looking down?
Not so much looking down.
Cool. Look it up. Is there any clear, like, signs of where up they might go to, like, climb to, like, rest, like, yet again, an outcropping, things like that going upwards? That cave might be able to, like, glean might have been taken.
Looking up, you see a couple of areas that are like little outcroppings that you think they could have gone to. You can't tell from, at least from the bottom, if anything is or was up there.
So, heads is, Kay uses his brain, is sad about it, and goes back to the group. Tails is Kay is going to attempt to climb.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
So Kay's climbing.
Kay is going to attempt to climb.
Did we follow Kay in his tracking?
Well, I mean, Zugink said, "I need you to track the kobold."
Yeah, I have gone with Kay.
So at least
I didn't have time to
is
put
with...
my armor on though, so I'm a very naked bugbear. Well, not actually naked. I have clothes, but like,
all right.
My AC is not
so
pretty.
I wonder if Theo and Anna stayed to like quickly tidy up before things got out of hand.
Yeah, I think we would have swept up camp, so to speak, and packed everything up, and then set out to follow you guys, so we know the direction you went.
So you're just you'll be a couple minutes behind, more or less.
Yeah, can I track to see if I can find where they are?
Well, it's not. I really doubt I'm being all that quiet, to be perfectly
Yeah, you
honest.
can probably hear them.
Sweet. Yeah.
So, Kay, roll me your athletics for...
Can I help?
Not really.
No. I was wondering if I could give like boost or something.
Well, you get him going the first like few feet, but
It's a 17.
17. Okay. You go climbing up, and it's not the worst climb you've ever had to do. And you're like grabbing onto like roots and stuff like that, and helping pull yourself up, and you get to this first little ledge, and you're not seeing any signs of kobold camp on it. Progressing a little bit further up to the next one, you see a, like, drawn in the dirt, some kind of symbol. It's a letter in Draconic, and
Well, it's K, so
yeah, you can read it, like, but it's just a single letter in Draconic.
what letter?
Or
Or do you want me to write that down for later?
it's a letter in Draconic. Like, there's I don't know the Draconic alphabet off the top of my head.
Cool, so I'm just going to write blank in Draconic, Aaron will tell me later.
Well, it's not even like a word. It's just like a symbol. F, like fa is the fa is the sound it would have been if you were to
Phonetically.
phonetically say fa.
We are fucked.
Cool. Now, from my higher elevation, is there anything I can see or...
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
Wow, you're rolling a lot of those.
Yeah, that's a 13.
13. You get a pretty good view from where you're at, looking around. You're not really able to, like, instead of looking for kobold stuff, you're not spotting anything. You're, like, off in the, like, you can see a fair bit down the mountain. There's other roads that kind of travel along lower down from where you are. But aside from that, you're not really picking up anything odd.
Kay's gonna sit and contemplate what he's going to do next because he doesn't know yet. Well, the party does things. Kay is going to sit next to this fa and just think about what he wants to do next.
Yeah.
How much does he care about Kevin?
Kay went up. Can I try to go down while he's contemplating?
I mean, while I'm climbing up, do you want...
Or while he's climbing up?
Yeah, you can try and go down. The path down is a lot steeper than the path up. Fair warning.
Okay.
Oh,
What's the worst that can happen?
have Theo and Anna reached?
Yes, you'd have reached them by
Okay.
this point.
By the time I started climbing down?
Before you start climbing down.
That would have been real awkward.
Yeah, so you two are walking up as you see Zugink like climbing over the barrier on the edge of the cliff.
Do you want your rope for that? Can we tie you off or something? What are you doing?
15 feet of it.
I don't think there's enough of that left to be useful.
I'm really glad we're free climbing right now. But wait a minute, do I have...
I have pigeons, but I don't have a rope anymore.
You don't have a rope anymore.
I'm pretty sure Anna has rope. Hang on.
Kay's up that way. I'm going down this way.
So Anna's digging in her backpack as Zugink is going over the ledge.
Yes.
Zugink, roll me your athletics.
Okay, this is either going to be okay or horrible.
Or not okay.
Oh. Okay, you can up the counter.
Oh shit!
God.
Woo!
Zugink, I have rope in my backpack!
Roll me your severity check on this.
That's percentile.
Yep.
Oh,
Supposed to be there.
45.
That's so high.
right.
So as Anna is yelling, I have rope in my backpack.
I have stuff. It's okay.
You had gotten your foot over the ledge, and you look back, and you're like, okay, and you reach out for Anna to go pass you the rope as the ground beneath your foot gives way.
Can I make a reflex to try and hold on to the bugbear?
Give me a. Give me a.
Can you
Give
hold
me
on
an
to the bugbear if you grab
Give me an
There's a ledge,
athletics,
so at least
or give me a dex check to see if you can like get to
get
Bugbear
to the
before
bugbear.
Bugbear.
I'm not so good at those. No, it's a 6.
So you like scramble and you just like trip and thwomp. Zugink, you like the ground beneath your foot gives way, and you start falling. I need to grab some dice.
What does Theo have?
And
I can kill her faster. I asked what Theo has, and I thought I could kill her faster.
Maybe it's like feather fall or something.
Yeah, you know, I was like, maybe there's some tool in this arsenal, but it's all pretty hurty.
I can kill Zugink faster.
I haven't rolled a nat 1 yet. It had to be when I wanted to go over the cliff.
Of course, you love climbing so much.
If I survive this, I might not like it as much.
Well, the other options, at least for you, because you have rope. Did you get a grappling hook like the rest of us did?
Oh, probably not. Let
Okay,
me see
so
if Anna was smart.
1, 2.
Because I thought all of us got a grappling hook.
Oh, I did, yeah.
So you could tie it on, be like,
Oh, that's a lot of 6s.
Oh shit.
Yes, but I think that's gonna take time. Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, we don't know what kind of time we have to deal with at the moment.
So, Anna, you see Zugink, and then you don't.
Oh
As the ground is given way beneath your foot, and you fall, and you're scrambling trying to grab rock, anything, but you're not getting any kind of a good hold. And then you feel just a whoa as your body hits the ground. And out of the 8d6 I rolled... No, I can't count. 66 I rolled. 4 of them were 6s.
Okay, so that's my health right there.
You take 6... 24...
Less than 48. Is it less than 48?
It is less than 48.
Okay,
so
I'm
you're not-
down, but I'm not dead yet.
But that is 24, 25, 6, 7, take
How many feet?
33 points of bludgeoning damage as you whoomp onto the ground far beneath you.
How many feet?
Yeah, I'm
know.
down. I'm
What?
not dead yet.
Yes.
You're unconscious. That is 60 feet.
60
60 feet.
So you have 50 feet
I
of
have
rope?
50 feet of rope and a
Plus-
grappling hook.
Plus the 15 feet that
But if you
Zugink
tie
has,
them
so if you
together.
tie them together.
Yeah, alright. I will do a sheet bend or a sheep shank. I don't remember which one. I'm hoping Anna knows.
You,
To combine the rope together to get you the 65 feet, and then
I think
put
it's a
the
sheep shank, yeah.
I am
will
pretty
do
sure that sounds about right.
Eh.
Because
Um,
it's the one where when you pull on both ends, it actually gets tighter
Yeah.
in the end. Yeah.
roll me a... Oh god, what did this be?
Drop that slug!
Just throw the
Slug, where'd it go?
Give me a dexterity check as you try and quickly tie this rope.
Oh, this is not going to be
I
good.
need you to give me your first death
Oh!
That's better. It's
that
modified
is my
20.
first fail.
save. Okay, so Zugink is at 1 fail.
Okay, so I'm sweating bullets. It's a modified 20, and I'm like
So you
throw, whip, tie, pull.
Okay, and
I don't even know if I noticed.
you're way up to hit.
Yeah,
It's
did
you
I?
and Theioryn currently.
Okay, and I think Theioryn, as I'm doing my sheep shank, is grabbing my grappling hook out of the bag, and he's handing it off to me, and I'm tying the crap out of one end to the grappling hook.
And I'm sitting on a rock, contemplating life.
Kevin.
What do I do about Kevin? I only knew him for such a short time. But he was... Okay, he wasn't my friend. I wanted him to be my friend.
So Theioryn hands you the grappling hook, or are you just going handing the rope off and going over the edge? What is your plan?
So my plan is, as I'm getting the grappling hook tied, I want to start walking to the edge and seeing if there's a nice place where I can kind of wedge the grappling hook into.
Well, and based on his description of the edge, there's like the little it bumps up. So
Yeah,
it's like-
there's the actual barrier that over the edge, and then
that Zugink had to climb over, so the
Yeah.
grappling hook should, in theory, go
Okay.
right on top, and then you can go whee all the way down.
Okay. Bust out my gloves, and I'm like, all right, Theo, we're gonna do this. I'll go down first, and if you don't hear me scream, come down for me.
okay, and so you hop up and over the edge.
Up and over the edge.
By this point, I need your second death save.
Oh, fuck a duck.
I think I have 1 hit point because that's a nat 20.
You stabilize with 1 hit point.
Woo!
But you don't know that yet.
No,
Neither
no,
does
I'm
Theo,
sorry.
nor do I.
Healing up and over that ledge and starting to crawl down and climb down. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Wow.
So we will be back in about 10 minutes. Yeet! Yeah, more or less fabulous. But yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick break, let the players breathe a little bit, and then we'll be back to continue on.
I need to message
They're just so sweet.
Alrighty, we are back. Before the break, Zugink tested if gravity was a thing. What was that? 24, 29, 32 points of damage worth of gravity?
Enough damage that 2 members of our party would have straight up died.
Yep.
Oh, that's not me. I would have lived.
Barely. But yeah, Zugink fell 60 feet and went wham. First roll was a fail on that death save. Second one got a crit 20, so managed to recover with 1 hit point. Is now stable, though definitely not in the greatest of conditions. As Annah was climbing over the ledge to go down and try and rescue with Slug.
Yeah, I'm good to kind of stand up, be like,
That's impressive. This is a deep pain.
This is a deep pain.
And I'm gonna through the red flashes in my eyes, just look around and be like,
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage. You may also be suffering from concussion.
Okay, so that's a 4.
The throbbing pain through your everything. You're sore in places you didn't know you had. As you're sitting up and just kind of trying to not sit on a sharp rock or something, lest you lose that point of health. Anna's climbing down the cliff.
Yeah, her and really rushed and kind of freaking
I just
out.
hear scrambling guys.
Close the curtain.
It's like, like either my friends are coming to help me or a kobold's about to come kill me.
Yeah, I guess I do sound small and flighty. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, Zugink, just hold on. It's fine, it's gonna be fine. I'm not like freaking out trying to fall down the rope. Like I'm trying to be like cautious of my footing and stuff, but I'm also trying to hustle.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall is what I'm trying to say. Do I have to roll a climb check?
You are going to roll me your athletics check because you are
Athletics.
essentially free climbing down this.
It's got to be athletics, eh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's a 12.
You make it down
It's not death.
Yeah, you make it down fairly quickly. You've got the rope, so it's not like you're like free climbing down. Like you've got the rope to hold on to. You end up working your way down fairly quickly. You get to Zugink's side. Zugink's kind of like sitting up. Definitely not the greatest of conditions.
Okay, and because something came to light, Theo, now kind of understanding what's going on, because Anna was just sort of like, blah, rope, blah, grappling hook, and was kind of freaking out and not necessarily being super coherent, now understands that Zugink has fallen to what might be her death, and is going to cast Healing Light on Zugink.
Theioryn walks up to the ledge and leans over and casts Healing Light as you see this little wisp of light trailing down. Roll that healing.
So it is 3d6. If I was Jamie, I would have all the dice everywhere. Alright, 3d6 coming up. Oh, that's not great.
That's something.
Is it plus anything? I don't think it is. No. Oh, it's just 6 health. That's not great.
But it's
more than it's literally 7 times as much as I had before.
Right. And Annah? Zugink?
And you can only spend max 2d6 at once.
Oh. What? Only 2d6.
Isn't it level +1?
Charisma, or it's your charisma modifier. Minimum of 1. So 2d6 is the most you can spend.
Oh, okay.
Fun doing.
So how do you want to...
Do you want her just to re-roll, or...
Yeah, is that more fair?
Do you want her to remove the last dice she rolled?
Line the dice up in line, and remove the first dice.
Okay, so I guess it would have been like that. So that's 3. Sorry, I read it wrong. I read it as 3d6.
Well, there's a 3d6 pool, but she can only use 2d6 at once.
Gotcha. All right, uses. I'm learning. Okay. Sorry, Jamie. And then Anna is gonna pull out Slugsworth.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, it's happening. It's happening. It's all over you. You don't have your armor on. It's everywhere. It's on your neck.
You don't have a choice.
It's on your face.
But remember, Kay is still
Kay's sitting in that
fucking mountain. Contemplating. Should I roll a perception to see if I notice anything interesting happening at this point?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Just. Oh yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah, you hear a little bit of a commotion down below, but you're like...
I'm busy contemplating life. What it means to let something you love go. Just, if it's free, if we let it free and it comes back, it loves me, right? That's how this works.
Please tell me you didn't just wipe with magic.
No, I haven't rolled yet. But I do like to think you're there with like a flower like, Kevin loves me. Kevin loves me not. And you're just pulling them out.
I have Fa next to me.
I've just healed up to 3 hit points, and we're going to fireball me in the face by accident.
I hope not. Well, okay. Well, so Slugworth is out, and he's just getting all up in your business. And it is not a wild magic, but you do heal for 10 points of health. I almost said damage.
You
heal 10 damage.
You heal for negative 10 damage.
Bam.
Okay, and I'm going to be stretching, and I'm going to also second wind.
Yeah, let's get you right back up, buddy.
Okay, so you second wind. How much are you getting back from that?
I'm getting 8, so I'm almost I'm back up to.
You're pretty close to full health there.
Yeah, I'm feeling alive.
That reminds me, we had a long rest before this happened, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Cool. Just because I want to make sure Kay is in a healthy state for when he inevitably decides to climb down.
Fair. But yeah, you had a long rest immediately prior to this, so aside from the spell slots that just got burned, you're all good.
Yeah. Theo, this is me screaming. Everything's okay. You don't have to come down.
As Theo's like just leaning down, just staring at you.
Disapprovingly.
There's still a little bit of slug slime in your fur.
You're just,
There's still
and
a lot of
I'm realizing that you two like followed. And I'm like, did you bring my stuff?
Well, no. Anna followed.
Well, they mean like followed from the cave.
Followed from the cave.
Yes, we dragged all your stuff through the muck. It's all here. So you fell.
Bitch, you fell.
I don't think you should move.
I realized that.
Man, I'm really happy you didn't have shit equipped, because right now I'm feeling like landing on top of an axe is probably not the greatest
You're just like,
plan.
yeah, you know, it was a fall, but I was okay. I was hurting when you got down, but I would have been okay.
Wow, you can walk anything off. Why were you coming down here, Zugink?
Do I remember?
Impulse?
I rolled that. So I was coming to look for kobold tracks.
Well, now that you're down there, you see any?
Yeah, Anna's just gonna look around and be like, where are we exactly? Like, what is this outcropping? Does Anna notice
Is it an outcropping or is it the valley bottom?
It's definitely not the valley bottom.
I think that's like hundreds of feet.
Yeah, that's a lot longer before.
That would have been 10 by 10.
That's entirely fine. Let's find out.
10d6 damage. Oh no.
There's a bit of a like there's a small ledge essentially that is like looking along. You can see like this used to be remnants of probably where a road was, but most of it is like worn away and fallen away long since.
So the only way back out is up.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so when you're feeling like you can make the climb and no rush on this, friend, we should get you back up there. Do you want another slug?
No.
Looking like you might need another slug.
No, I'm good. I can feel all my limbs.
Okay.
I just wants to slug her anyway.
Kay is reaching enlightenment.
Almost there.
Kay's been up there for so long.
Kay's just like
Yeah, I'm gonna like look over the ledge at how much further I like could have fallen.
There's easily another couple hundred feet.
Just like,
Yeah, there's easily another couple hundred feet before you would have hit the next like area that you think might have stopped you at any reasonable pace.
I look at Anna and I go, you know that thing that I wanted to climb those walls? That is not on my bucket list anymore.
Okay. Well, you can scratch falling off of a cliff off your bucket list. Congratulations. You survived it. Not many people can say that. You are a very powerful bugbear. And I am impressed and terrified by you. Now let's go.
I'm like looking back up and I'm just like, is there any other way to get back up?
Nope.
No. This trail.
Do you know any of those teleporty things to get us from here to there?
I'm a beekeeper. No, I can't help you there.
I'm a beekeeper. Teleportation.
Theo, do you know how to teleport people?
No? Why would I know how to do that, Anna?
I
You gotta climb, buddy. I'll be right behind you. And a few feet this way.
Oh, right behind the bugbear.
How about Anna, my lovely smaller goblinoid? Why don't you go up first so that if I lose my footing again, we've figured out I can survive this fall, but I
Survive.
Well, you know, I like hit the bottom, blacked out from when got back up. So as far as I'm concerned, I survived the fall.
You walked it off. Exactly.
And
Just
so
a flesh wound.
why don't you go up first? Because I don't know if you will survive the fall, especially if the fall is because I lose my footing and take you with me.
Alright, okay, I'll climb. I wasn't serious with, like, I'll be right behind you. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna climb. And I'm gonna go slow. And I'm gonna find, like, good, sturdy places to keep your feet. And I'll let you know. And we're gonna do this together. Okay, Anna's gonna climb. Please tell me it's not strength.
It's athletics to get back up.
God, it's a negative for me.
That's not my fault.
Alright, here we go. 10 feet. So it's a 7.
So you see Anna, like,
It should just.
and, like, just gets, like, starts struggling, and, like, you're, like, staring, like, at the back of Anna's head.
Going down was easy. You didn't have. I didn't have to lift my own weight.
Okay. Just a warm up.
Can I do it again?
Sure.
Okay, well, it's an 8 this time.
Anna's now a few inches above, like, head is a few inches above yours, and then just let's go plunk.
Theo, I'm stuck.
I try to scoop up Anna.
How about you give me a boost with your hands, and then I climb from there?
I try to pick up Anna.
So I don't want to climb on Zugink's shoulder. Oh, I didn't think this through. But I don't think anyone did.
Kay's reaching enlightenment up on a rock next to the word fa.
So, are you letting Zugink scoop you up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I have it on it, and I'm just going to like grab a rope, and I want to like as fast as I can. I'm up that rope. I don't want to be on this cliff anymore.
Give me a athletics check.
Come on. Natural 20, which makes it 25.
So, and you get on the back of Zugink, as Zugink just like, and just launches up, just hand over hand, just 1, 2, and just like, and you're like holding on.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Like, as he like gets to the top, like pulls up and hops over the ledge, and
I sprawl out on my front as if I had just taken all that damage.
I'm like, this is terrible. This is a terrible idea. Where the donkey spittle is Kay?
as Kay is reaching enlightenment up on a or up on the cliff.
Zugink, where did Kay go? You die? Oh my god! Did you go after? Is that why you fell down the cliff? Is because you went after Kay? Because Kay fell first?
Do you want me to roll perception to see if I hear Anna screaming?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's a 5.
I think Anna though is probably being like loud enough, even with the battle that you probably still hear something going on. You may not be able to make out the words, but you can definitely hear Anna screaming.
Ah!
I hear him! Oh my god, I hear him, Kay!
Why are you yelling?
Kay, where are you?
Right here.
Ah, it's this again.
Look up.
Do I see? Can I see Kay?
You'd spot Kay like poking out over the ledge. It takes you a little bit to see where he is, then just, you catch the motion and
I'm just gonna curl up on the ground, and Theo's gonna be like, "Okay, please come down right now, okay?"
Alright.
Roll me your
I'm
athletics.
actually not gonna roll this dice. I don't trust it right now.
Okay. I was gonna laugh if you rolled a different dice and gave you an at one. It's like, maybe you should trust that one less.
I have a jail for the ones that rolled nat ones. I have 12 dice I can roll today.
But you said athletics, so it's a 15.
15? Okay. You're able to, like, you knew the route you took up, and you're able to quickly hop down and, like, scale your way down to where the rest of the group is.
Oh, you packed my stuff, thanks.
Yes.
Puts on what was left to remain to be put on. Be like, okay, let's go.
You certainly seem in good spirits, okay?
While I was up there, I thought about it, and I decided that if Kevin was meant to leave, he can be free, and if he truly comes back, then he really loves me, and this is what's important. If you love it, set it free.
Theo is like, "Okay, that is very wise. I'm quite proud of you, okay."
I was up there for a while.
Yes, I believe so. Zugink fell. Down there.
Did you trip? You seem fine. Well, you don't seem any less worse for wear than after combat yesterday.
Yeah, I'm going to get up. I'm like going to grab my stuff. I'm going to start putting on my armor, which takes 10 minutes. So.
Yeah. So you don your armor, and everyone is just kind of like realizing, well, except for Kate, is realizing the fact that maybe climbing down cliffs not such a good idea. So I think half the group already knew that.
Anna?
I climbed up.
Anna, you alright? No! Zugink almost died! I can't climb rope! Can we go now? Yes, I believe we should be carrying on. How long did that take us?
That was like the morning.
That was probably the better part of an hour between, like, you guys packing up the rest, falling back, or like backtracking to where Kay and Zugink had gone, rescuing Zugink from the almost fatal fall, and then getting everyone back up.
Seems fine. Tally ho!
Tally ho!
Zugink, are you okay to walk?
Well, none of you can carry me, so.
She's got a point.
Zugink looks fine. Like, look. It just looks like some of her scratches from yesterday just didn't heal.
As I realized, like, one of my fingers is still dislocated, and like fix it, just like.
It seems.
Kate?
Mama Bugbear looks fine to me. Maybe a little bit tired than normal. She's probably sad that Kevin's gone.
Yes, I'm sure we all are. Truly, I am sorry about that, but like you said, if he loves you, Kevin will come back. Tally ho?
That's
Tally ho!
just like under my breath. That's really not how pets work.
So you travel, and after a little bit, you pass by a little crop that you guys had, a little increment that you guys had spent the night in before, and carry on. And after a few hours travel, the road shifts from being just like mostly hard packed earth and stone to actual like stonework, like intentionally placed like stone road type of thing. And the change is abrupt. Like there's a very harsh line between like dirt and like general like chipped away rock, and then suddenly like paved road type of thing. And beneath your feet is now smooth stone brick, as your legs are thrilled to be walking on something a little bit more consistent. Several more hours pass though your pace is now quickened a little bit due to now being on a well-maintained road. You pass the occasional group venturing the other way, and at this point, like more over the course of like this day than you'd seen in the majority of your trip so far. And for the most part, it's dwarves. Some of them on carts, some of them just on foot. And as late evening is rolling in, you crest a fairly steep ridge. It's a bit of an effort to climb up until finally you reach the top. And as you reach the top, looking down off in the distance, you can see a large bridge connecting with a sheer cliff across it. And carved into this cliff is a pair of giant dwarven statues. From how far away it looks, it's probably about a 3-hour venture to reach it. But by this point, you're already hitting about the edge of your usual 8 hours. You can push to reach it tonight if you so chose, but you'll have to make con checks for each of the 3 hours to stave off exhaustion. Or you can find a place to hunker down and make the venture the next day.
Holds out torch, lights tinderbox.
Don't light your tinderbox on fire.
Lights torch with tinderbox. Let's go.
You don't mean to make it to the bridge tonight, okay?
I think we could make it to the bridge. Just push forward.
That seems a lot
bit
safer.
further.
You want to push forward.
Yes, I'm feeling quite well after walking.
Active stretching. Duh. Don't you people do that here?
And to
You
be
gotta
fair,
move those muscles.
every
They
once
feel
in a
better.
while I'm feeling something click back into place, and I'd like someone to get a look at that before tomorrow.
Alright, well, I'm in favor of spending the night somewhere while we can recuperate, but I suppose if everyone wants to push forward... It's all right.
Anna.
I got a firefly. We can do this.
Whips out a firefly and is fine just over the day and doesn't mind a little bit of terrible walking and exhaustion. Just doesn't care anymore.
Alrighty, so everyone roll me your first con save for...
Modified 20.
Nice. Alright, so that's Anna. Oh.
There's a reason Theo didn't want this.
Sorry, Theo. So Theo got a 5.
Okay.
Anna got a 19.
How's Zugink doing?
13.
Nice. Alright, so...
And so you had 13? Okay, had or non-natural 20?
20.
And what was Anna's?
19.
Okay, so everyone who is like in favor of making the trek is doing alright. Theioryn is getting pretty exhausted.
Okay, 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah, so I've had a 1 level of exhaustion.
Perfect.
And so that first hour goes by, and like you can see it, like it's off in the distance, like you're making distance. So roll me your second
Alright.
check, and Theioryn's.
Ooh, that was bad. Alright, Theo.
9.
And Theioryn's is.
So Anna and Theo both got 4s this time round.
Okay.
K got a 9.
K got a 9.
15.
15. So Theioryn is now at 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yep.
What happens in second level of exhaustion?
Speed is halved.
So as
Level 1 is disadvantage on ability checks. Second is speed
so I
is
noticed Theioryn's going slower. I would be like, Scoop, we're almost there.
Oh, please, put me down.
halved. I'm not sure how much Theioryn had.
I don't think Theo's really...
I wasn't really asking
Theo,
either.
Theo's complaining out of habit, but like Theo's like, I'm so done with this right now.
I am.
So Anna also has 1 level of exhaustion,
Begrudging.
and Kay, you have a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
This is terrible.
And then
This was a bad plan.
1 more con save from everyone.
Anna first.
14.
So
11.
Ooh, wow, we're not doing so hot. So
How do I
Anna
apply
got a
exhaustion?
7 at 2 levels, and Theo got an 8.
Is Theo still taking it if I'm carrying Theo?
I imagine so.
Go
But that's a great question.
for DM.
Yes, because this also includes like
Consciousness.
well, consciousness and also Theioryn still being bounced
it's
up
still
and down.
bounced around, yeah. Okay.
So sorry, Theioryn had what?
Had an 8.
Anna had
A 7.
okay. What was yours?
14.
Mine was an 11.
11. So you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, I did get an exhaustion. Okay.
How do I put points of exhaustion on this thing?
Conditions. If you click on conditions, scroll to the very bottom. There's the level of exhaustion.
Oh, it's weird on a tablet. Right there.
Oh, thank
No
you.
problem.
Cool.
So Theioryn is at 3 levels of exhaustion. Zugink is at 1. K is at 2.
No, I'm at 1.
1. Anna's at 2.
Yeah, I am at 2. Correct.
That was a lot rougher than I thought it was going to be. Woo. Theioryn was not having a good time the entire period.
It's terrible, and I knew it would be terrible, and it's still terrible.
So we just show up and like the rest of them are just like.
Everyone has at least
Well,
one
I have
level of
one
exhaustion.
level, but that's like.
But 1 level of
I'm still not
exhaustion and a
slowed
full
down
night's
yet.
rest immediately after
Yes.
is like, meh. The only people that are gonna really be feeling this tomorrow is Theo.
And we're
That
thinking
is
that
too.
my speed hasn't slowed yet.
Oh, okay.
So like people like see me going full speed
I
still, and
feel
these
it.
guys are like, oh yeah, we're coming.
We're almost there.
So from the distance, the bridge looked big, but as you approach, you come to realize just how massive this bridge actually is. Now that you're up close, as you finally make that last turn, you can see the bridge before you. It's about 160 feet wide, so almost 50 feet. Almost 50 meters, and at least 3 times as long. And this massive bridge is supported by numerous arched pillars beneath it, descending far down to the rock below. And at the far side of the bridge, you can see these 2 colossal statues, one on each side of the bridge. Very regal-looking dwarves clad in like heavy armor, a massive shield in one hand, raised in front of their chest, and a massive hammer in the other. Every 50 feet or so on either side of the road are large braziers, providing both warmth and light for those crossing the bridge. On either side of the bridge and in line down the center, there are also numerous small shops, kiosks, stuff like that. Dwarves peddling their wares, primarily dwarves. There are a few other mixed races in there as well. And the majority of the wares being sold are fairly common things, though most of them with a little bit of a dwarven twist to them. And so as you arrive at this bridge, what are you doing?
You said there was like fancy guards.
Well, those are the big, the massive
The
statues.
statues are fancy. Okay.
Yeah, the statues.
Is there anyone that looks like a guard?
Yes. There are several guards that are patrolling on the bridge, as well as at the far end by the gate. You guess there's probably more guards there.
I want to approach one of them.
Okay, you walk up to one of the guards.
I'm like, hello, fine sir, ma'am, person. Sir, where might be the best place to rest for the night for some weary travelers?
And he kind of looks you up and down and... I don't know. Ask inside. I'm just here to watch the bridge.
All right, good day.
Very helpful.
I will approach one of the ones on the other side of the bridge. Like, I'll go across the bridge.
So everyone's crossing the bridge with you?
Yes, but while on the way across the bridge, I want to look for if there's any dwarves peddling like whetstones or like just basic like repair stuff for like weapons, as well as maybe some like herbs or poisons or other things for the relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Because Kay is not looking for expensive shit. Kay is looking for quantity over quality in this particular instance.
Fair. As you're going looking around at the different shops on the bridge, at least from Kay's very limited experience with markets between here and Amanodel,
Yep.
things seem to be pricier on the bridge.
Okay.
You're not sure why, but things seem to be pricier. In regards to whetstones and stuff like that, you are able to find some merchants who are selling some of that like generic equipment type of stuff. Items. And so, whetstone, like, you can find someone selling like stuff like whetstones and.
How much is the whetstone?
3 copper.
Perfect. I mean, I'm absolutely gonna buy a whetstone.
Okay.
And the other stuff, no dice.
There's not much in regards to herbs being sold on the bridge.
Nope, it's entirely fair. Then what's the other thing I'm looking for? Common smithy tools, or like basic smithying tools for like just minor repairs for things.
You're not really noticing much of the way
Cool.
that on the bridge.
Cool, just the whetstone. Cool, I'm gonna buy the whetstone because that's a thing that I'm absolutely gonna want.
Okay. As you are crossing the bridge, you do end up seeing, like, especially for UK, as you were like cruising through the various wares, you're seeing some things like you never like there's these little like statuettes that have like the little dwarven statuettes, essentially. Not really sure who they're of, but they're little dwarven people. You're also seeing these glass spheres that have this pale green fungi inside. And like a lot of them look very dull, but you see the occasional one that is just like really well illuminated.
How much are they? Do I take note of how much any of them are worth, or what they're selling for? Or is it? Would I need to ask?
Where is? I had it in here.
It's like a mushroom lantern.
Similar, yes.
Neat.
Fine dwarven crafts direct from Orzma.
Fine dwarven crafts.
They still drink poultices, so we can't really talk to them.
That's because a poultice, you're not supposed to drink it. Fuck, I love that line. The statuettes are usually about 5 to 6 silver apiece. The fungal lamps are about 2 gold.
Sorry, I need to flip a coin because heads, he's going to buy one even though he has next to no money. Tails, he's going to ignore it because he has next to no money. He's gonna buy one of the shiny golden lamps for 2 gold.
Okay, I'll add that to your character.
Perpetual light that never turns off.
False.
Turns off?
It's a fungi. It probably yeah.
So as you walk up and you're like, I want one. Like, you hand over the gold for you. The dwarf's like, so you add water to this, and it'll glow for you for quite a while. You want it to turn off? Dump out the water and give it half an hour.
Intriguing.
Thanks.
And on the top of this glass sphere, there's a little like twist off that you can just basically uncork and fill with water or dump the water out.
I stand corrected.
Cool. Is there a length of time it can go without water, or is it just good for a while?
You can probably go couple weeks without having to do anything with it.
Perfect. And I'm going to add that. I'm assuming it has to be a custom item, so...
Yeah, I'm adding it to your character.
Perfect. I don't need to then.
Alrighty, so as you've purchased yourself a biolumin...
I have a bioluminescent lamp.
Yep. And there's... It says you... Does anyone else want to look to buy anything or no?
No,
I'm
Anna.
just going through.
Yeah, after hearing the guards say like, "Yeah, you go that way," she's
Yeah, most of the
like,
doors on the bridge, or most of the
she's walking.
guards on the bridge don't care.
Yeah, she's walking. She wants to get a bed,
Cool.
almost as much as Theo.
Question is, this is Stoneforge? Cool. Where's the note?
Rest for the night, then we find...
But maybe he could help with housing? How late is it?
Quite.
Nearest.
It was already like late evening when you decided to push for 3 extra hours.
Okay,
So
so it's
it's-
like midnight-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bed now, house tomorrow.
Okay.
So you go and you cross the bridge, and as you reach the other side, you find yourself standing before 2 wide open, like massive stone doors. The doors are probably close to 20 feet wide each and about 30 feet tall. And just from like looking at the doors, like the end of the doors, they look like they're about 15 feet thick. These are colossal doors. And you see several dwarves clad in like heavy plate mail standing guard at the gates. Other dwarves in less robust armor are scurrying about, checking with each group entering and exiting the city. As your group approaches, one of the dwarves hustles over to you, clipboard in hand. He's a bit on the shorter side, only about 3.5 feet tall, and so he's about Annah height. And he's wearing leather helmet, basic leather-plated armor, and big grin beams out from underneath his bushy black mustache. His beard is neatly tied into a tight knot beneath his chin. He's like, "Aye, welcome to Stoneforge. Please be taking your names and business."
Hi, I'm Kay.
Scribbles it down.
I'm Anna.
Scribbles that down.
My name is Theioryn. It's lovely to meet you.
How do you spell that?
Theorin.
Nope, that's okay.
Damn it! Sorry.
Isn't it? It's YN, isn't it?
Theiory.
It's right there. I should have just read it off. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Zugink, a pleasure to meet you.
And your business.
At the moment, looking for a place to rest, but tomorrow we also seek to finish delivering a package.
Who you delivering to?
I apparently didn't write down his name because I went through my notes and it's not there.
Yeah, we're, what is his name? Oh my god!
Can I just pull out the letter?
You pull out the letter and you look at it, and you realize the name is Ragnashir.
Yeah, none of
Oh wait,
none of us knew that to begin with.
Yeah.
I did write that down, just it wasn't in the spot that I thought would be this person.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ragnashir.
I have nothing in regards to that.
And he's like, you here to speak that out, old Garger? Why? Hopefully you brought some fine ale with you if you're hoping he won't just be throwing you out in the streets.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for too. I've got the mead for him.
Didn't we give away all the mead?
No, we kept
Some of
a
it.
bottle
I think we
because I have my bottle.
Yeah, because we gave all the stuff you had on you.
Yeah.
But not any of your money.
No, but I
None
still
of my
have
money.
my bottle of mead.
I don't negotiate with slavers.
And he's kind of like looking at it and he's like,
Well, sounds good. Be on your way. Don't be causing any trouble.
Would you be able to point us towards the nearest inn?
I mean, I guess it really depends on your budget. If you're looking for
Cheap.
I'm looking for comfortable, they cheap.
I tried to save your life. I don't actually say that aloud.
Breathe. You remember you have to breathe in and out, not just out.
Jamie wasn't here, so I couldn't have my reconcile chat yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, there's a few places you can go. There's the lodge. That's probably the cheapest place you'll find. There's the Stone Rest, and there's the Mountain's Respite.
The Mountain's Respite sounds good. Where to that?
And he flips his page over and he shows you this very basic map of the city.
Take the elevator down, go over to here, and then you'll be right up in this area here.
Sounds good. I start heading that way.
Where's
And
the
I
lodge?
tell you guys I'll meet you at the lodge in the morning.
Alright, bye, Zugink.
And where's the lodge for us poor people?
And he flips out, or he holds it up.
The lodge, just over here, down near the Nines.
Thank you. What was your name? Again, I can't remember.
I don't think you said it.
He didn't, but he does have a name.
The name's Takaris of Hospital Kit.
Takaris.
Takaris.
Whittlekit?
Hospital Kit.
That's the best house name I've ever heard. That's great.
Oh, I
Thank
believe
you.
so.
Takaris, thank you very, 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 very much for pointing us in the direction of our sleepy beds.
Not a problem.
Have a good night. I'm gonna go sleep now.
Have a great time and be safe in trouble.
We will. We will.
As the group passes through the doors, you find yourself in a large, rounded chamber. 4 massive pillars supporting the arched roof overhead. Lining the outside of the walls are numerous dwarven statues. Each statue has a placard at its base. And as you progress through this chamber, all these statues are of different dwarves. As you progress through the chamber, you find yourself at the top of a massive set of stairs, descending down towards the mountain base. The stairs stretching out originally to your right and your left, going downwards, and they'd hit a corner, turn back, reconvene, and there'd be a plateau at that level, and then once again out back in another plateau. Looking along the walls, where each of these plateaus go out, you can see numerous structures carved into the wall of the mountain. And then as you reach forward, you can look down, you can see sprawling out in front of you lays this massive city of Stoneforge, housed within this mountain. There's right by where the stairs is, there's this large square gap. And there's a couple of guards standing there by a gate in front of it, basically stopping people from falling in. But as you're standing there kind of looking around, you can hear the clink, 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 and you hear the clinking of metal on metal, gradually getting closer. And before long, you see a stone platform rise up and settle at the top of the stair area.
Like an elevator?
Yeah.
Like an elevator.
Ah!
I want to take that.
Much
Large
better.
platform,
You
large
have
gears
to.
on each corner rises up. There's stairs.
It's not
Yeah, I'm like, none of us are really in a state of mind.
Have to, not... Okay.
I mean, Theo would literally fall down the flight of stairs, take another point of it. Fall down the flights of stairs, take another point of exhaustion, halving his health again. It's not worth it. Like, we're gonna sit on the elevator for a little bit and he's gonna fall asleep. Like, he's gonna be having micro naps on the way to the
You guys are all
lodge.
so exhausted. I'm like, I'm a bit tired. What are y'all going
I'm
on?
a bit
You're
tired.
pretty tired
Though-
still.
Yeah, it's you and I are at the same level of exhaustion.
Oh, I thought you took 2 too.
I took 1. I'll be fine in the morning. But
Yeah, okay, so you and I will be fine in the morning.
Enlightened K is taking care of Anna and Theo, who are both like,
Zombies. What a good
Zombie.
son.
Yep.
So it's Kay's enlightenment around friendship that is causing him to be a little bit more responsible.
Okay.
A little bit. Only when he has to.
So as this platform kind of rises up and comes that grunt as it settles, several the gate gets lowered and several dwarves and carts move off of this platform, and then once they've all piled off, other dwarves start heading on. Other people have been waiting at the top of the stairs, pile onto the elevator, and I'm guessing everyone else is, or is Zugink trying to take a walk down the stairs?
No, I want that elevator.
We're all just gonna elevator to our appropriate.
That was
floor.
also the directions I was given. It was down the elevator and then this way and that way.
Yep. So as the elevator descends downwards, once again, clink, 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 as the gears lock into each of these grooves that are carved into the stone and then reinforced with metal. And the elevator stops at each plateau as some dwarves get off, or some people get off, some others get on, and carries on. It takes a while to reach the bottom, getting into the core of the city, though nowhere near as long as taking the 1600 stairs would have.
Don't want to fall down those.
Oh.
Each one, 1 point bludgeoning damage. Boom.
Well, let's be honest, you'd be skipping at least a few.
By the time you get to the end, yeah, your momentum's going to build up. The faint smell of forest smoke nips at your nostrils as you're nearing that bottom as well, but it's washed away with a gentle breeze, which is seems a little bit odd considering that you're inside a mountain and there's a breeze. But it carrying some of the more earthly scents along with it. The air here is pleasantly warm, especially in contrast to some of the chilly nights you'd had that you'd endured on your venture here. Orange bioluminescent moss covers a lot of different structures throughout the area, giving the entire city that faint orange glow at all times, essentially.
What color's my bioluminescent light?
Green.
Thank you.
But you're able, you follow the directions that you were given. You're able to find the mountain's respite fairly easily. The three of you end up heading off towards the mines, and it takes you a little bit to find where it is, especially considering how tired everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
But you do eventually find it, and it's right next door to a tavern. As you're walking up, you see this metal placard on front. It's this half tipped over mug and has the Pint of Ale Tavern written underneath it. But you go into the lodge, and the majority of the stonework inside, from benches, tables, counters, seems to be very roughly chiseled. Especially in comparison to some of the other dwarven stuff you'd seen, even up on the bridge, it's kind of roughly done. But there's a young male dwarf standing behind the counter, a little bit shorter, but scraggly hair, and bit of a gut to him. Welcome to the lodge. What can I get you? How many rooms?
3, please.
Can these two share a room? In the interest of saving money.
I guess.
How much?
2.
Gonna watch us have barely enough money for the night.
Theo has 1 silver.
Oh, this is great. Zugink has all the money in our party.
Money because I gave all the glaive.
So for the 2 rooms, that'll be a gold piece.
Kay takes his last piece of gold out of his pocket, slams it on the counter.
Okay. Takes that and hands you a couple of keys and.
Okay, I owe you. I'll pay you back, I swear.
Technically, my total currency on my person in gold pieces is 4.
Yeah, 'cause you got you.
I have
kobolds.
currency split amongst like tiers too.
Yeah. But he hands you off the keys, and going into your bedrooms, they're pretty minimalistic.
And we all immediately lie on. Wait, the bedroom Theo and I have. One bed? I
Two
assume?
beds.
2 beds? Perfect. I'm assuming we get on our beds and we're immediately unconscious.
More or less.
We're not caring about how the room looks at this particular juncture.
You get
We're
in,
sleeping.
you hit the bed.
Does Theo sleep for the first time in his life ever? Or
No,
is it just really deep
just
meditation?
sits down and then just eyes just glaze over as just like staring into the abyss and just like, I'm gonna rest my eyes. Closes the eyes. Cool.
Excellent.
Zugink, you go into the Mountain's Respite, and despite being dwarven, it seems to be catered more to like dignitaries and stuff like that.
Dignitary.
Wow, rubbing elbows with the fancy.
Wow.
Well, dignitaries as much
Yeah,
as dwarves get.
we get it, but like look at the rich.
In contrast, but you like there's stonework showing off like the dwarven side of things, but then also there's a lot of stuff that is obviously imported, kind of showing off that we have the money to bring in all these fancy things, and so you have like plush cushioning on a lot of the benches and stuff like that, and you go in and there's a male dwarf, standing very upright, very prim and proper, nice suit on. Welcome to the Mountain's Respite. Just for yourself.
Yes, please.
And how long will you be staying?
Start with one night.
Alrighty. And so one night at the fancy one.
I'm gonna watch Zugink be like 7 gold. And
It's 5.
It's only 5.
Wow.
5 gold for one night.
I give him the gold.
Look at the rich.
So he takes the gold and hands you a very nice key and hands it off to you. It's like,
One day we'll get paid back from my people.
and so he motions off to the direction of your room. It's like, have yourself a great evening.
Thank you, and I will go to bed.
So the night rolls in and everyone gets their long rest.
I sleep in if I can. Alright, long rest. So that only gets rid of 1 point of exhaustion?
Yeah,
One point of exhaustion.
When you hit long rest, it'll do it for you.
Bah humbug.
So if you just do long rest
So.
up at the top,
Oh, long rest. I see. Neat.
and then you can choose to recover ones.
Confirm.
So Anna is still at 1 level of exhaustion. Theioryn is still at 2.
Oh, just do it once more. It reset. And then confirm. Yay.
Yay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. That button has saved my life on tablet.
It is a very handy button. So the morning rolls in, and you have someone come and they knock on your door in the morning. It's like, morning courtesy call, and move on to the next room. Knock, knock, knock. Morning courtesy call, and you hear it just getting further away as it's walking down the hall.
Take a nice stretch, like kind of like lay in the nice comfy bed for a moment, just like, How do I get to where they were? I wasn't listening to that part. And I like get up, I'll put my armor on and stuff, and I'll go down to. I assume it's not the same person, but there's another pleasant dwarf at the front.
Yeah, there's another one. It's a nice little lady dwarf, and she's. You'll be checking out now.
Yes, but before I go, best place for breakfast and how to find the lodge.
Oh, the lodge. Why would you want to go there?
Well, you see, I had some friends come in with me, and they They went there because they felt to cheap out.
Oh!
Wow.
You really ought to be getting yourself in a bit better company then.
Agreed.
Oh! If we ever find out about what you just said,
We never will.
we don't know that. We might come across this old lady later, and she's like, "Are these the company you spoke of?"
Probably not.
Commoners. And just belittle us. And then we're gonna get into a fight because murder is gonna come on the table. And it's just gonna be super bad. Anyways, tangent over. Back to the campaign.
Okay, sorry, I just gotta find where I was again. There we go.
It's a better company.
You really ought to be finding yourself better company if they're gonna cheap out and go somewhere like the Lodge. And she kind of scoffs a little bit, and but in regards to food, for good food, I would highly suggest the Golden Flagon. That being said, if your friends are going to continue to cheap out, I'd suggest somewhere probably a little bit cheaper, such as the Pint of Ale Tavern.
So where's this golden flag?
And she gives you directions to the Golden Flagon.
And the lodge.
The lodge will be right next to the Pint of Ale, and she gives you directions to that tavern as well.
Alright, we're gonna go to the golden flagon first.
Okay.
So what we've learned is Zugink is we spent our money on a worthy cause that may pay dividends in the future. Zugink is stuffing her face.
I don't negotiate with slavers.
But instead you use your gold to, like, eat and drink like a rich, pompous person.
It's Zugink's
Yes.
money. She can do what she wants with it.
And we can question her life decisions without judging her at all.
But we don't know this, unfortunately.
Well, it depends. We're gonna be eating breakfast and wondering where she is, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, sorry, I had breakfast elsewhere.
I was
My
having
bad."
a croque monsieur. And we'll be like, what the hell's that?
And so you go to the Golden Flagon, and you enter in. There's some mellow tempoed music with a little bit of a swing. A swing that can be heard as you approach, and you push the door and you see a polished, like, marble counter, and, like, straight across from where you enter in, behind it you see a very well kept dwarf, dark brown hair slicked back, and neatly groomed beard. He's wearing a white dress shirt and a dark red tuxedo vest and a pair of black dress pants. And looking around, like, the floor is clean, as of the tables. There's a few other people in and about enjoying their breakfast. And at the far end, you can see an elevated stage where you assume musicians would be playing, but at the moment you just see a record, like basically a record player up on there, just playing out the music.
Is it like a gramophone, or is it just like one of our kind of records? Because a gramophone very much feels like it would suit this vibe, but I need to ask specifically.
Yes, gramophone.
Perfect.
Yeah, when you're saying gramophone, it's like, is that what I'm imagining? Yes, that is.
Perfect. No, I just needed to be sure because gramophones are really cool and they like hype up my nerd.
Yes, it is gramophone. That is, like, there's basically a table up there right now, and there's gramophone on there with the record slowly turning on. And so you go in and you're able to get yourself a fairly good meal for another 3 gold.
We could have stayed here a week.
That's true.
Probably would have had breakfast every day this week too, depending on how much it costs. But no.
Our breakfast is included. Please tell me it's included.
Am I able to, like,
Nothing
kind
for
of, like,
breakfast.
mingle with anyone around me?
It's
Since it
probably
seems
not
like
tomorrow night.
somewhere that, like, the people here are, like, worth mingling with, try to get those connections, whatnot.
Give me a perception check.
Perception?
Networking.
12.
The
12?
Bugbear is networking.
Love it.
Looking around, like most of the dwarves, like mostly what you're seeing there at the moment is dwarves, and a lot of them seem to be just keeping to themselves. One person in there does stand out a little bit to you. It is a red-scaled dragonborn. And he's sitting at his table and just waiting for his food to be brought to him.
Is this after I've already eaten?
Yes.
I would like to approach him and be like, "Good morning. The name is Zugink." And I'll reach out my hand to like a shake.
He looks up at you and Inval, and reaches out his hand back to you.
Inval?
Infarl.
Inval.
Oh, right, this is dragon. He's a dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
It's draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Someone doesn't speak draconic.
It's common.
Yes, but Dragonborn can speak more than just Draconic.
Oh, I know, but I'm not referring to the dragonborn.
What brings you to Stoneforge? Infar.
I've got a meeting scheduled with the Dwarven Council. I'm looking to be granted a permit to learn blacksmithing from some of the higher Dwarven blacksmiths.
Oh,
Intriguing.
I'm intrigued
you-
by this man now.
Are you a blacksmith from where you're from?
Smith of sorts, not necessarily metalworking.
What kind of working then?
And he goes and he grabs a small satchel from his side and he pulls out a vase that, looking at it initially, it's like, oh, it's just a clay vase. But as he's turning it, you watch just the flittering colors like glisten along the edge of this vase as you realize that, as strange as it looks, this is glass.
And I like take a closer look without like touching it. Like, intriguing.
And takes it and slides it back into his bag. And I've learned various crafts over the years. Glasswork was my most recent hobby, but I do like creation, and so blacksmithing is the next hobby I wish to indulge in.
A jack of all trades of sorts.
Yes, in essence. Though more is just a hobby than profession.
This makes Kay want to learn a hobby.
What other trades have you specialized in?
And he smiles and just chuckles. One's best not spoken of in, and he's looked around, proper company.
Alright, I like this guy. He's my favorite so far.
And I want to kind of like, is there somewhere I could sit like across from him?
Yeah.
So I like go to sit and be like, you had my interest and now you have my attention.
Is it? And what of you, my bugbear friend? What do you do?
I am a retired god of, I always forget the name of the city.
Did you just say you're a retired god?
Retired dog. It's like, oh my
Wow! Like, wow!
Zugink's head.
You're like, geez, we show up to Stoneforge, you're eating at the expensive places, you're sleeping at the expensive places. Oh, no wonder you were a god this entire time. Jeez.
You made me click on the thing when I was laughing.
Ithamir is...
Ithamir. Oh yeah, that's what.
Cool.
A retired god from Ithamir.
And so what brings you to Stoneforge?
I've come with some travel companions, who were in need of some aid. The town had been raided, so I'm helping them investigate.
Ah, ghastly business that is.
It is not the most beautiful business, but it must be done.
There are many works that lack in the beauty, but still must be done nonetheless. And he's just kind of relaxing as he's waiting. And like after a little bit, like the waitress does bring out food for him, and thank you, and takes, and he's just slowly eating. And
I've run out of specific questions, but I'd like to generally chat with him.
So the two of you chit chat, and how long you wanted to chit chat for?
Pretty much until. Oh wait, I have to meet people this morning. Let's see if I lose track of my. Okay, I lost track of time, and I'm chatting with him.
So you chat with him for the better part of like an hour and a half, as you two just casually conversing over as he's sitting there eating. And even once he finishes, you just sit there and just continue mulling over in conversation. And then suddenly, like, he's like, I'm sorry, I must excuse myself. I have business that I must attend to. I wish you the best with your search, and perhaps we'll run into each other another time.
It was a pleasure meeting.
Yeah, likewise. And he gets up and he heads on out, and then I'm like, oh yeah, people.
Yeah, I kind of leave, and I'm like, I look, is it can I see the door and light coming in?
No, you cannot see the door from where you're at.
Okay.
You're
So,
way
is
too
there
low.
anything in here that lets me tell time?
Not really. Not that you're aware of.
Okay, then I'm yeah, okay, I just need to go over there. So I'm just gonna casually start going in that direction.
Okay. Meanwhile, you two wake up. Well, you three wake up.
Reluctantly.
So what is as Kay and Theioryn wake up? What is happening?
Okay.
Breakfast?
Breakfast second. How's the arm? And Theioryn's not up over you. Theioryn's in bed, looking at the ceiling, asking how's the arm. So Theioryn cares.
Kay's
but...
responding, son of a bitch. It's fine. Good. 13.
Okay.
Kay takes out his nice box of knives, and then he does it himself because and dexterity, so it's a 15.
Okay.
So I think that's okay.
Yep. You're able to nice and neatly
Also,
shave off. You're getting better at it.
No. To clarify, I'm still putting them in the pouch in my bag where I'm putting all of these things because I want to do something with them. I just don't know what that is yet.
Yep.
You're eventually going to run out of room for those. Also, that's very gross, Kay.
We don't know about them. They could be studying.
I agree.
Or
but must you keep all of them?
Until I run out of room.
That's fine. Let's go wake up Anna. Gross.
So you go and knocking on the door. Anna's probably trying to sleep in.
Going.
Anna. Anna.
Can't hear what?
Breakfast.
I am hungry. Okay.
Well, you either get breakfast now or you're probably not getting it.
I'm up. Anna will quickly grab her backpack and bedroll and scurry out.
Kay clumps downstairs, drops off keys. All of the keys.
Yep.
With crew begrudgingly following behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're the only one who doesn't have exhaustion out of that group right now.
Yup. And I'm gonna go. Was it attached? I don't quite. Or was it attached or was it next door?
Right next door.
Perfect. I'm gonna go next door and be like, free breakfast specials, whatever they are.
You walk in and there's a half-orc standing at the counter. He's like, special's coming up. And he goes and you see him kind of stick his head through a little window and kind of shout something incoherently into the back and grab a seat and just waves to the mostly empty seats that are...
Kay plops down at a table relatively nearish to the door, but making sure his seat is the one farthest from the door so that the two exhausted people can just flop immediately into chairs.
Oh.
Okay. So you're not using them as meat shield in case something comes flying through the door. Got it.
Whoa! That's
So we have to run. They're going to be slowest.
I mean, they're already
Run.
they're already going to be screwed.
So I accept my fate.
So you sit down after a little bit. Comes out and plunks a plate in front of each of you, and there's like some eggs and sausage and some like cucumbers and stuff like that on there, and it's like that would be 1 gold.
Yep. I hand him change. So much change.
He takes your change and counts it off as you go and puts that in his pouch and walks back behind the counter. And
Excuse me while I recall how to convert. Okay. Oh.
Money is money.
Okay.
Broke now,
That's
too.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to do.
Did you just rip him off?
I mean, if he just ripped me off, it's just gonna be real sad. Oh wait, no, hold on. It's fine.
it's fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have enough currency. I just need to cascade it upwards to make the math work.
Fair. So you end up, like, you munch away and an hour passes and still no sign of Zugink.
Oh. Think she got lost?
Well, I suppose it's quite possible.
Oh right, you're talking to me.
The funny thing is just like the way you change your voice. I just know who you're talking
But
about.
no,
Well,
it's
that's important, though.
It's so
It's just perfect.
it's so unbelievably. Oh,
Theo?
I fucked up. Carry on.
Carry on.
I'm just trying to make my money work. My money situation work out again.
Are there any dwarves specifically eating in the tavern?
Yes.
Pint of Ale tavern.
Yep. Currently there are 4 other dwarves.
Okay.
3 of them sitting at one table, 1 of them just sitting off on their own.
Okay.
I did it.
Yay.
We're good.
I'm gonna say, hang tight here. I'm just gonna ask a quick question with my new dwarf friends that aren't friends yet, but I'm sure will be.
And I'm gonna go over to the. It's a group of 4.
There's a group of 3 and then a single.
I'm gonna go to the single
Okay.
dwarf lad.
Flirt with him.
No, I'm not gonna flirt with him.
Say one of your dwarves.
Does he have a beard?
He does have a beard.
Okay, so I want to say, hi, I'm Anna. I like your beard, but I don't remember how to say that.
But you did learn.
I learned that one.
But it was it one of
It was
the
before
ones?
we had actually started giving you actual warning.
Oh, it was one of the ones where Anna keeps asking, and Aaron's like, I didn't think of this.
I don't recall if you had written down how to say, I'm Anna, I like your beard.
So I'm Anna is Ol Anna.
Yeah.
O-L
Yeah, and then
A-N-A-H. And then for I like your beard, O Koji Zwe Ziek.
O Kujizve Zviek. Oh, Anna.
This is gonna be super adorable or super bad.
So,
I'm really hoping it's good for your sake.
yeah.
Walk up, just hi, I'm Anna. I want to kick your ass.
no, we already
Fight
know.
me, bitch!
We already know what that is.
Well, you know what? I want to
Yeah,
fight you,
yeah.
but it's like I want to kick your ass.
Oh, Anna! Oh, Gucci's very black.
And it will it's either that or it's gonna be it's like I'm Anna, wanna bang?
Oh, please no.
It's Aaron. I wouldn't put it against him.
No, my sweet Theo will know if that's what someone has taught me and will steer me in the right direction.
would he? He didn't correct you the first time you got a mistranslation.
Good point. And that wasn't me playing. That was Jamie.
That was Jamie playing.
Jamie just knows and snickers. It's like a little bit of but his little bit of happiness is knowing this tiny little flaw.
Yeah, because your first one was like, I'll beat you in an arm wrestle.
Yeah, like let's arm wrestle.
Or let's arm wrestle.
First round's on me. And I was like,
yeah,
gold or whatever.
The arm wrestles is like, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass in an arm wrestle.
That's what that's gonna come back to bite me. Good thing I didn't open with that.
So you go and you say to him in Dwarven, it's like, oh man, I like your beard, and he kind of sits back smugly and strokes his beard, and he speaks back to you in Dwarven.
This is the part I wasn't ready for. I actually don't speak your language very well. I only know how to say 3 things.
Is it only 3? I could swear you've
4
done this
things. 4 things.
4 translations.
I just wanted to open up with that. I'm trying to learn.
He just kind of chuckles and reaches out and just like pats your head. It's like, doing fine. How you doing this morning?
I'm okay. Still a little sleepy. I have a question for you.
And I've got an answer for you.
That's lovely. I was wondering, do you know where in Stoneforge I could find the Stonekeeper Society?
The Stonekeepers?
Yeah, I have a question, and I think they would be the ones to answer it.
And what would what a surfacer be needing with the Stonekeepers?
Well, I'm looking for a specific Dwarven family, but I don't know the name of it.
You thinking you gotten Dwarven blood in your family line?
No. That would be neat. No, I found this crest, and I'm just trying to find the family that it belongs to. So I thought they would be the one to point me in the right direction.
Oh, you're gonna have a bit of trouble talking to the Stonekeepers, especially being a surfacer.
Oh. Why is that?
We dwarves are fairly protective of our history.
Oh.
As it is, not everyone is free to just waltz in and go trouncing about with the Stonekeepers.
Is there a way to go in without trouncing?
If you got the coin, you might be able to persuade people, but he looks around. Considering you're here, I'm guessing probably not.
You read me like a book, my friend. Alright, any advice on how to get in without gold?
Do you got political pull?
No.
Then you got a rough road ahead of you, Missy.
Well, thank you for the honest feedback and really good answers. I really appreciate that.
Not a problem.
And I really do like your beard.
And once again, just strokes his beard. Thank you.
I am going to turn back to my table, give him a wave.
He waves back as he walks off.
And I'm going to collapse on the table.
Oh. Did you eat breakfast?
Yeah, I ate breakfast.
Oh, okay.
I like to think that I did that after I was eating.
So you eat up, and another hour or so passes, and finally you hear, as you can hear the rhythmic sound of Zugink's chainmail clinking as she walks up to the tavern.
Gets up, goes, nope. I'm assuming you have it.
You had the book with the note.
What book?
Or the bag. The package.
Oh, the package.
You have the package. I want the note.
Oh, okay, I give you the note.
The note has the address on it.
It has instructions on how to get there, yes.
Cool.
Alright.
You good to go?
I'm very good to go.
Theo?
Yes. Yes, Kay.
Are you sure you're good to go?
Yes, Kay.
Okay. Goes to ask for directions. Or at least where, like, to get him aligned to what street he needs to be on to be aligned with the directions.
I second that.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Go to this street. I don't know where that is.
So you go out and, like, you ask a couple of them, they look at the map and they just kind of chuckle and...
They know where I'm going.
They know exactly where you're going. And one of them points up to one of the ridges, like one of the words, English.
Mm-hmm. I feel ya.
Overlooks.
The plateaus, one of the
Sure.
one of the plateaus that circles the city.
Okay.
Up on the he points up and you can see a fairly large structure carved in to the stone wall, and that's where you've been eating.
Thank you. Kay leads the way with gusto, making sure that if they can take an elevator up to the plateau they need to, they're going to, for the sake of Theo, because Theo has had a rough night and isn't doing well, and Kay kind of feels responsible for being like, I want to keep going, and Theo
did not want to.
Theo was adamant about not, so Kay is going to be a little bit responsible because he has the what would healthy Theo do in his head.
You've grown leaps and bounds in like a week and a half.
I meditated and gained enlightenment around friendship and family on that mountaintop, okay?
While your friend plummeted
to their almost dead.
Which I still don't know. You guys said, Zugink fell. Seems fine.
Yeah, you never explained.
No one explained that. So Kay doesn't realize Zugink fell 60 feet off a cliff.
Yeah, very fair.
So the Kay feels responsible for Theo, and because Theo is dad and Theo isn't well, Kay is gonna try and be good.
Beautiful.
So you go and you venture over to the... you go to the elevator and it slowly clinks its way up. You get to the plateau you need to be on and you venture over and you find yourself in front of a very large building. And...
Package.
I'm not giving you the package, I'm gonna bring the package.
No, I'm taking the package
You're
from
not taking the package from me.
Fine.
But you go up to the building and there's a large metal door knocker on the door itself.
Can Kay actually use it?
Give me a strength check.
Oh, nice. I might be able to use it.
Hold on. I need to actually maths. I mean, it's an 18.
So you walk up and you grab that. Bam! 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 And you don't hear anything for a little bit. You don't hear anything for a little bit. And then the door, you hear the... And then the door slowly... as it's getting pulled open. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Think he's gonna be a dick?
He's absolutely going to be a dick, but I have a plan. I have two guaranteed statements of which I'm going to make. But I guess they'll find out next time.
Yep, next time. 2 weeks from now. So yes, our next session is 2 weeks from now, which is the 24th. At which point we'll be back and we'll be continuing on this clusterfuck, hopefully with less people falling to their almost deaths.
And with Jamie.
And with Jamie back. Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not going to go climbing off the bridge.
Okay.
Just monkey bar under the bridge.
You can go climbing off, which is what you said.
Exactly.
This is great.
See, now that being said, of all the people to have something like that happen, like, I could see Kay doing it, but the whole, in my self-defense, I was left unsupervised, was not expected to be a Zugink thing.
No, because at least with Kay is like, I'm a child. Bring it. I refuse authority sometimes, but I can be responsible sometimes.
I was taught manners, not self-preservation.
I like that Anna's like, but we have rope!
And gone. So I like that you're like, do I have rope? And you're like rummaging through trying to see if you have rope. It's like, she's got like 5 seconds. She didn't have the 5 seconds. Okay, so give me your athletics check.
Crap.
Alrighty, but we will be back in 2 weeks. Thank you all for tuning in. We are clocking the puck out.
Good night.
Bye.